What is up, everybody? NC.
JC and
We are back with some news. And as you may have seen from the thumbnail, there have been two great additions to the TNA roster. First one being Cora Jade, and the other one being Daria, formerly known as Sonya Deville. She joined as the co-GM as opposed to Santino, who is awful. So we actually have somebody who's competent in a GM role. This is a great signing. Cora, great young talent. Glad she's back in the fold. So the whole thing with Cora, she's only signed a year-long deal. So I've noticed TNA doing more of these, kind of temporary year-long deals. I think it will grow to a lot more. We'll see what happens.
for sure. So she signed a 1-year deal, and that's what TNA's doing recently with a lot of their talents. So you'll see a lot of people leaving TNA in no time at all because they're all signed to short-term 1-year deals as a way to save money. And I get that. I understand that. But to really be stable, you got to have these talents signed at least more than 1 year. 2 years, maybe 3 years, hopefully. But,
Well, it could be a possibility that WWE may want to resign her. Who knows? I mean, this could be just a warm-up spot for her. But I will say, though, recently she was warming up in the cage with one person who we'd love to see return to the ring. Isn't that awesome? Mandy still looks great.
It's awesome, man. It looks amazing. It looks like she's getting back in ring shape. Who knows, man? TNA, they're making new additions. Maybe Mandy's going to be one of them.
It was just, to me, the type of people that we are at TWRP, we're conspiracy theorists. We're the type that take a look at a situation and we're wondering what could happen, especially when there's a lot of smoke to that fire. A situation like this, look at all the people that she's ever worked with, just about a big majority of them. You got Mara Sade, you got Sonya Deville, and now you got Cora Jade. All of them good friends of Mandy Rose. This leads to me thinking that they're warming up the road to her coming in.
Well, I mean, especially with Sonya Deville and Cora Jade debuting on the same night in TNA. And then you see them training. Looks like Mandy's trying to get back in ring shape. She looks like she's back in ring shape. Who knows? I mean, maybe WWE brings her back, but honestly, I think TNA is going to be more suited to her.
It's the perfect spot for her. We really hope that she brings back Toxic Attraction. It's right there, man. But the TNA executives, they're very happy about Impact. They like what they saw. Despite what the internet said, they were very appreciative of what AMC and TNA, the collaboration, what they put forth. So at least they're happy. That's what that goes. But let's talk about the internet. Cage match. Bomb the shit out of it.
God.
1.18. I would look at it like this. If I was working for Impact, I would look at it like this is even more proof that you need to step away from the work rate bullshit and put on an entertaining show. Really go full on with it.
Well, yeah, it's like they want you to book like Scott D'Amore would book, and look where that got you.
To the fucking nether realms where they had to build themselves back up with WWE's help. But, Bischoff was very critical of the product. He said that TNA's AMC debut was so poor. So this is what he had to say.
Speaking of Zayn, the format itself was really not very well. It wasn't well produced. I don't know who's writing their show, who's producing their show, who's directing their show. All of them have some work to do. Director, whoever decided to post those celebrities in one corner of the building where there were no freaking people. There were people everywhere else around the building. Cameras got it, but for some reason, they wanted to showcase the celebrities to get a little bit of that mainstream rub, which I dig. But what you get out of it is what you can get. But they put those guys. They look like jabronis. So yeah. So Eric Bischoff sounded like a fucking blender. Talking bullshit about the production. Look, is he right about this? Yeah, absolutely. I think that TNA needs to. I agree with them. I think they need to upgrade their production. I think they need to do a better job of that. I think they need to be more aware of that. But here's the good news: they've shown at least some willingness to want to upgrade their production. So maybe they listen.
Well, not only that, but it takes money to upgrade your production. You can't rely on WWE for everything. They're not going to write you a check for everything. So, no, this is something that I think cutting a lot of talent will maybe help them out with that. And you got to give them a break, too. It's their first show. So, but JD, he was no frills about it. He said, this main event needs to be like a Meltzer 9.75 stars to save this deplorable wrestling program.
Oh, God. Now,
don't listen to this guy. Hunter, Tommy, for the love of God, never listen to this fucking guy. This is the same asshole that wanted Johnny Gargano and Andrade at WrestleMania. Do not listen to JD from New York. Worst fucking account on social media. No, that's you, JD.
JD, your account, your channel has hijacked, with a lot of the help of the fans, because it influences them to then go and spread your bullshit, to go hijack these companies and turn them into matchmark feds. And what do they got to show for it? Record low attendances, record low ratings for a lot of them. WWE, they're having a harder and harder time selling out shows. Their ratings, SmackDown, under 1 million.
It's right there, but, he's got to pick a side, like all these tribalists, all these bandwagon riders. But TNA, they don't, they're not worried about it. They're making big signings. They officially signed the Righteous. They're with TNA Wrestling, competed for the tag team titles against the Hardys. Look decent. Hopefully it leads to Cross coming in. He's very good friends with these guys. We'll see what happens, man. It's a very exciting time right now for TNA, and that's hard for me to say.
I mean, because it's like you got this brand new TV deal, you got new people showing up, and you're gonna have more people showing up, big stars and all that into the company. I think that's what they're gonna really start doing. Yeah, man, I think that as bad to me and to my brother, like we watched those. Not only watched that TNA, the debut on AMC, we watched Genesis. Now Genesis sucked. I'll just say that right
garbage,
now.
Yeah,
it was garbage. Whereas the debut for Impact, like we went in with low expectations. We were not expecting a lot, and for what they did, they brought in two people that we're fans of, and Sonya Deville and Cora Jade, and then they upgraded the ramp and the Titantron. So there's that. But no, it's what we've been saying for years now, is that Hunter Johnson and Tommy Dreamer need to be taken out of that creative role. They cannot be there. So,
Yeah, there's just, and that even Bischoff was alluding to that being a big thing. He's like, I haven't even gotten started with creative. And I'm sure he would echo a lot of our sentiments on the creative of that show.
Sure.
It really needs a lot of help. But I think for a first shot, people are being way too fucking critical. I mean, dude, this is their first time really on a big time cable network. I don't count like all the other like Pop TV and all the other piece of shit networks they had before that. No. This is, besides Spike TV, this is the biggest network they've ever been on. So give it a little bit of a slack,
give it some time. Like give it at least 2 months just to kind of get their bearing on the new network and really just get things going. Now, more than likely, they're not going to get things going creatively because of Hunter Johnson. Hunter Johnson killed Ring of Honor. If we're gonna say Vince Russo killed WCW, well, then I can say that Hunter Johnson killed Ring of Honor.
And you'd be right by saying that. He was a big part of killing Ring of Honor. Didn't help that they had a fan base that they listened to like vehemently. You, at a point like that, you need to take a step back and be like, damn, we're just like everybody else. We become what we hated. But, there's so many Ring of Honor clones. But, at TNA, though, they went ahead and they signed Candice Michelle. So, who knows? I mean, she still cuts a fairly good promo from what I've seen. She still looks fairly good. Can she wrestle? I don't give a shit. Make her a valet. But she makes a good signing, in my opinion.
No, absolutely. I think she's star power to some degree. She looks pretty decent on camera. I do think the lighting made her look like a fucking cat lady in the arena. Yeah, they can't be doing that. They really got to work. Like, whoever's doing their lighting needs to be fired. Like, honestly, they are, yeah.
That one scene altogether that we're talking about, where it showed Candice next to Marsha Day and next to all those fucking just Z-list celebrities that they were next to. And then you saw no fans behind them, what Bischoff was talking about. That whole scene, you could have scrapped that, and that would have brought up TNA's grade by a point. That segment was so detrimental, they had no idea.
Because they're unaware. Like a lot of the people in creative, like you know what it is. Like a lot of them are still those Scott D. Moore retread, the leftovers. Like they're still like embedded into TNA, and then people are wondering why the creative sucks, why the production sucks. Well, a lot of those are still Scott D. Moore people. You got to get them out of there. Like, and out of curiosity, I know this is going to tie in. I tuned because I wanted to see like what's going on with Maple Leaf Pro. Like he made a big fucking deal about it, jerked off nonstop. Oh, it's gonna be great. He's a wrestling person. He's gonna kick ass and take names. I watched it. Dude, the production is fucking horrible. It looks worse than your local indie show. Like, go watch those episodes. The production looks awful. It does.
From what I've seen, I've only seen like their first shit that they had last year. It looked like basically a jobber version of Ring of Honor, and that says a lot.
It did, yeah.
You know, but at least TNA, though, they're looking to make some decent signings. One of them is Richard Holiday. This is a talent that we've been very high on for a while now. But a lot of people backstage are talking about him, and they're like, hey, we need to bring this guy in. So they're floating, possibly putting him in with the Elegance brand. Whatever. I don't care what the fuck you put him in. He'll make it work. He's Richard Holiday, so whatever. Just bring the guy in, give him a shot. He'll make it work.
No, he'll make it work. I mean, he's a talented guy. He looks like a wrestler, cuts good promos. He's good in the ring. So it's like, I just don't know why you wouldn't bring a guy like that in. Honestly, I don't even know why WWE wouldn't bring him in.
Yeah, there's something weird going on there. Maybe he's anti-WWE, I don't know. He comes from GCW, who knows. But I will say, though, that a former WWE talent, now TNA, now retired, is Fandango. So Fandango officially retired at TNA Genesis, which is sad because it's just going to get swept under the rug. If you didn't hear it here on the news, you would be like, oh shit, Fandango still wrestles? Well, now he doesn't, so we had to let you know. So Fandango, thank you for your career. You were very underutilized in WWE and TNA. You should have been the leader of the system. That stable fucking sucks dick, but at least you were cool, so there you go.
No, he was a talented guy at the end of the day. He had talent, but just he was never in a company that had good creative. Like either it was like Vince McMahon when he was going senile, or it was TNA under this fucking retarded Scott D. Moore regime that we still have.
Yeah, well, not only that, but even in the system, he should have had a more prominent role. He's the best mic worker. He has the most name value out of all of them. Looks the most like a star. I don't understand why you would make fucking Eddie Edwards the leader of the system. Or even Alicia for that point, because they had her talking on the mic all the time. Why would you make either of them the leader of the system?
Because he's a veteran, and he's been in TNA since the beginning. Who gives a fuck? Eddie Edwards sucks. He's only getting worse. He's only getting fatter. He's only getting less charismatic. He's only getting worse on the mic as the years go on. If you're gonna have anybody have a retirement match, let's start with fat fuck Eddie Edwards.
Dude, honestly, retire everybody in the system, but like maybe Moose and Fandango. They're the two that actually. Well, yeah. Those two, Kurt Hawkins, take him or leave him. I don't give a shit. But you know who they're keeping though. They didn't leave this guy. They're keeping Hometown Man.
Ooh, that's a massive star.
They let all these great signings go, but you gotta keep Hometown Man. Why is it? Because he agreed to get paid and fucking use baloney? What was the deal here? What was the deal here?
I think the deal was that they want to cater to kids like WWE. I think that's what this is, honestly. I just think they want to cater to the same audience that WWE is trying to cater to. And they're doing, even with the fucking end credits, they're doing that shit. Because I think they get paid when they put their name on the end credit. I think so. But no, I just think that's what TNA is doing. I think the biggest fail of all of this for TNA is that they have not broken out of the like WWE light label. You know what I mean?
They never will. They've been stuck with that ever since Spike TV. It's unfortunate, but TNA, like I said, they're getting rid of a lot of good talents, and two of those are the Iconics. So the Iconics are free agents. They wrestled their last match on TNA on AMC. I didn't see it though because I saw a fucking commercial break like this guy. So they lost the titles on a commercial break. So you come back and Elegance has the titles and they're celebrating. That's what I saw.
Oh man, I mean, I think I remember them pinning or getting pinned, but I guess for this Aaron Rift guy, he got the raw end of the deal there.
I did too, and I actually had the AMC app. Explain that.
Right? It's bad. It's just bad production all the way around. Like this is the Demore regime still fucking things up. So if anybody wants to blame anybody for this, You got to blame the old DeMar regime. It's that fucking stupid, incompetent, veteran wrestler dipshit group of people that they got running things in TNA. Like, go figure they're running things into the ground still.
It's almost like a looking glass of getting rid of Triple H's regime.
Yeah.
It's almost like this is what it's going to be like. Just give it a couple years.
It's honestly like you take all the problems in WWE and just like downgrade all of it. Like they're all like lesser versions of like the main problem makers over on the main, like AAA. I would say like Hunter Johnson's like a Down syndrome version of Triple H. Like Tommy Dreamer is like a fucking Down syndrome version of like Bruce Pritchard or somebody. Yeah. That's what it's like. TNA, it's like WWE with Down syndrome. If you want to see that, TNA's for you, you know.
And don't get that twisted. We still watch TNA. We'll watch the retarded version of WWE all day over the actually retarded WWE. So don't get it twisted. Because I know you guys are going to see us. Hey, why are they still reviewing TNA when they called it the Down syndrome version of WWE? Because it's better. Even as a retarded WWE, it's better.
It's more. There's something there. There's something new there. It's like with WWE. There's nothing new. It's just the same fucking stale, bland, boring motherfuckers being shoved up your ass and down your throat every week. Oh, we have to have Cody Rhodes out there every week on SmackDown. Just ignore the fact that since he's been on SmackDown, SmackDown has lost about almost 800,000 viewers. And go, but ignore that. No, Cody's segments are the highest. Yeah, but look at the overall number going down.
You have to understand, big boy. There's money in the chase.
What chase? There's nothing to Cody. Just honestly, just fucking fire Cody at this point. If he doesn't want to be a heel because it's beneath him and he couldn't do it, then fucking hit the bricks, you unprofessional crybaby.
Oh, he won't. Nah, he's going to be there like a fucking ass cancer for the longest time until Vince fires him. That's what it really is going to come down to. He's going to be the ass cancer in WWE. Even if he retires, he's going to be a producer or a GM or some fucking annoying role to fuck shit up, because that's how wrestling is. But I will say, though, that a couple former TNA guys headed right over to AEW right off the bat, literally the next day, talking about the Rascals. So they weren't a big part of the TNA AMC debut. In fact, one of them was supposed to compete against Leon Slater for the X Division title, but they all fucking skipped town, went over to AEW. They had a promo for them on Dynamite, had them do a promo on Collision. But a lot of people were like, where the fuck is Trey Miguel? Big part of the Rascals. Apparently, right after he signed the contract, he parted with AEW on amicable terms, posted this on Instagram, and said that he's taking a break from wrestling. And I read into this because it kind of reminded me of what happened when the Rascals first went over to NXT. You remember that? When they were MSK, and Trey Miguel stayed behind. And he took like a 4-month hiatus, and he came back to TNA. Could it be something with his family, I'm thinking? Maybe he has to stay in the area? I don't know. I don't know what's going on, but this is the situation with Trey. If you're wondering why he didn't show up, why he deleted all mentions of AEW on his profile, there you go.
Yeah, I mean, that's pretty crazy that you sign this multi-year deal with AEW, and then all of a sudden, a few days later, you're like, nah, gotta split. Sorry, can't be a part of your company.
He could have some mental issues. Who knows? I mean, I'm not going to talk shit about the guy. It is what it is. At least he's happy for his brothers, so it's all good, man. So another talent who's heading on out of AEW is Powerhouse Hobbs. So his deal is up. He's off the AEW roster page. He's already in talks with WWE. They're already talking about calling him Hobbs. But AEW, they made him a huge offer to stay, but he's like, no, I got to go test the waters. So, I mean, at least Tony wanted to keep him. That's a good thing. But apparently he wants to gamble on himself. So, go over to WWE. I mean, in a tag team, I think if you pair him up with Obafemi, you could have a decent tag team, like a good powerhouse tag team. But I don't know. I just don't know if he's ready for a singles run. What do you think?
For a singles run, I mean, he's got a lot of, I wouldn't say a lot, but he's got a decent amount of experience on being on a main roster on a primetime cable show or a platform. I think he'd be, honestly, I think you could put him on the main roster and within about a month he'd be ready. I think he's ready. I don't think he needs NXT.
Oh, no, I don't want him going to NXT. I'm talking about how do you feel about him on the main roster?
Oh, in a tag team, like in a fat? Yeah.
Just a way to bring him in, get him familiar with the fans, since he is a fresh face to a lot of WWE fans. But AEW, no, they're making the big signings after getting rid of Hobbs. Now they get Hichiro, official full-time deal. Yay, nobody gives a fucking shit. Oh, it's not done. More luchadors. We get Masquerita Dorito and we get Persephone. which is just basically a brain dead Stephanie Vaquer. Cool. All right.
I mean, I think like is her name Persephone or Persephone? I think it's Persephone.
I'm just saying it's stupid on purpose.
It's a stupid name. It's a stupid name. I mean, she looks good. She looks pretty good from what I can see, but
We'll see. You know what, though? They're also signing Price and Oliver. If you watch JCW, you would know them. They wrestle over there as Buster and the Brain. They got official deals with AEW, so good for them. I'm happy for the guys. Just kind of sucks since JCW is getting more attention. All their talents are getting stolen. So, way it is, you know. I mean, it's not like it's a huge hit to JCW's tag division because it's stacked. But, you know, good for them. I'm happy they get a chance with AEW.
you know, I wouldn't be surprised if like a year from now or maybe 2 years from now, AEW links up with JCW and you start seeing like JCW working with like talent exchange kind of thing. I could see that happening.
Well, you know, they are right now working with your favorite promotion, Maple Leaf Pro.
Ew.
With a Ring of Honor Maple Leaf Pro Global Wars in Canada. So they're having a crossover event that will feature talent from a bunch of indies you've never heard of. So lucky you if you get to see that.
Whoop-de-doo. Wow.
But we got to go ahead and show you what Ring of Honor is like lately. Look at this! Look at this.
It's a zombie. It's fucking dead.
Look at this empty Halloween ballroom. What the fuck is this?
This is the shit company that Hunter Johnson used to book. This fucking brain dead asshole was booking this company and killed it. Yet no one calls him out on it. Nobody everybody will shit on Vince. No one will call him out on it. I think if you're going to be fair about it, you got to call out Hunter Johnson for killing Ring of Honor. Because but what about COVID? No. They were on the fucking downtrend even before.
It's all Sinclair, you fucking idiot. No, it's the people booking the
NXT
shows.
stole their talent.
Dude, okay, so what did AEW do? Just sit out there in the field with its thumb up its butt? No, it fucking went and stole from PWG, Ring of Honor, Evolve, everybody fucking else. Shut the fuck up with that shit.
Totally. No, it's true, yeah.
So let's go ahead and show you how empty the merch stand is for AEW. This is tragic. Dude, look at that empty mall. It's like an abandoned mall. With nobody at the fucking stands at all. I've seen Virgil signings that had more people.
Dude, like AEW's dead. Let's just call it out right now. AEW's dead. They are. Like, yeah. We go to cover them, and we've noticed that, you know, the views aren't what they are for other things.
Well, it's not like that, but just people just don't give a shit about AEW because they're bringing nothing new. Here's the thing about Tony. We keep on telling him, stop on the luchador shit. It's so much fucking luchador shit. What does he do? He locks these fuckers down to full-time deals. He has them all over his shows. Like, you know, there's a AAA deal with WWE. That must be what people want to see. No, it's not what people want to see. I'm going to venture to say that the ratings for AAA on Fox aren't going to be that great. They're jacking the show off. It's not going to be that fucking big. You're not going to have like 2 million people viewing AAA on Fox. This whole lucha boom, it's a gaslight. It really is.
What lucha boom? What are they taught? Like, what lucha boom? Like, other than WWE working with AAA, what lucha boom is there?
Oh, they're saying CMLL is on top because they're working with AEW now. You know, just the shit that the internet says you wouldn't believe. It's a good thing we stopped doing WFBI because your wig would just rip right off with all the stupidity. It's just too much, man.
I'd go crazy, man. I go fucking crazy just trying to cover reacting to their fucking stupid fucking opinions. And the problem with it is that so many promotions listen to these assholes. Like they have power. They do. They may think they don't have power and think they're victims. No. Motherfucker, you are the oppressors. You have the power.
Well, one thing that I gotta say is good, though, is that a lot of people are starting to realize that lucha is shit, you know? Finally. I mean, it took them forever, but, no, it's just they're gonna do what they want to do. That's how they do. At least Edge, he's finally wrapping up his career at Wrestle Dream out of all fucking cards. Not All Out, you know, or All In, any big show like that. It's at Wrestle Dream. So it's because his contract is up in October. So he's going to, you know, Tony's going to squeeze one last show out of him, and then off in the sunset he goes. So way it goes. What a just a terrible way to end a legend's career like Edge. One of the best wrestlers of all time, and he goes out like this.
If they had, and I think a lot of what's AEW problem is that like they do not utilize star power appropriately. Like they had Edge, Sting, Billy Gunn, Gold Dust, and he did nothing with them. He put Sting in a fucking tag team with some pantyhose wearing dork, and what happened?
Oh, well, now Darby's more over than ever when he's not injured.
What define over? What do you mean by over? Because what I'm seeing right now is AEW struggling to get 500,000 viewers. Keep in mind they debuted with 1.4 million just 6 years ago.
Tony doesn't care. He isn't.
No.
He has enough people telling him, like Dave, that they're doing awesome in the ratings. That David Zaslav is happy. That TBS is happy. Turner Systems is happy. As long as he has all these people telling him that he's doing a good job, that's good enough for him. He's still, if anything, he's going to double down on the markdom. I would expect 2026 to be filled with Mark Lucha bullshit.
Yeah, I was just saying 2026 is going to be Tony Khan just doubling, tripling, and quadrupling down on everything that's killed his company. And you're going to see, you will see Dynamites towards the end of the year getting like right around 200,000, like 280, 290, but you're going to see it.
It's the new Collision. Just wait. Marina, though, she gave props to Moxley. She had gotten released from the Fed, and she didn't know what the fuck was going to happen. She had to pay a mortgage, and she found out that John Moxley was a gasoline addict, hooked him up. He got her a job, so you know what? Moxley's a cool dude. He helped out Marina Shafir, helped out Cross, He's trying to get people jobs in the WWE, so, good for him.
Yeah, he's a good guy. I mean, at the end of the day, he may be a gasoline addict, he may be retarded, but at the end of the day, he's got a heart of gold.
You know what? That's what matters, man. But
yes.
Somebody who has the blackest heart you've ever seen is CM Punk. And CM Punk is going to be on the front cover of 2K26. So everything that we know about the new game, CM Punk, of course, is going to be on the front cover with his banana nose. Prominent wrestlers from TNA. Gameplay mechanics inspired by SVR games. SmackDown vs. Raw. Improved graphics on next-gen consoles. New match types. Improvements to the Universe mode. DLC continuing this year. A new mode will be added to the game. A new gameplay method never seen before. So is it going to be CM Punk sneaking in the fucking girl showers and just like taking pictures? Like, what's this new mode going to be? Him getting the shit beat out of him in UFC? Like, what can we expect to see out of this new 2K26?
Hot tub match, yeah.
Shower match, yeah. But it gets even better, though. We got a 2K26 TNA AAA crossover with over 400 wrestlers being added to this bloated piece of shit game. God. Good Lord. Nobody wants to play these luchadors. Nobody.
Like, if I'm a WWE fan, right, I'm going to be asking myself, what the fuck is a AAA? What the fuck is a TNA,
Well, I think a lot of WWE fans might know what TNA is because of how long it's been around and, just all the names that have come and gone. I think they're aware of what TNA is. I don't think anybody knows what the fuck a AAA is outside of Mexico, to be quite honest. I think AAA, it's blown out of proportion. I think this Fox deal is a farce. I just feel that we're really being gaslit about Lucha and the Lucha boom right now. More so than we were about wrestling renaissance during Triple H and all that bullshit he was pulling.
There is no wrestling boom. There is no wrestling boom when SmackDown can't get 1 million viewers, when Raw struggles to stay in the top 10 on Netflix, when AEW struggles to get 500,000, when NXT can't even get 650,000 or 700,000. When TNA, we're going to see what TNA does. If they can't even get 300,000, it's a fail because the number is only going to go down from there. Like if you're at least at 325, 350, you got a little bit of wiggle room to work with, but
Well, especially after they got internet bombed. So, I mean,
yeah.
I think a lot of people were tuning in, so they'll probably have a decent number that first week. But second week, man, it's going to be a landslide back to Access numbers. I'm telling you. So, just be prepared. It's not going to be a boom just because it's on AMC. Like, this is what people get so confused. Like, oh, it's at 60 million households. That's 60 million eyeballs. No, it's not. What makes you think those 60 million eyeballs are going to fucking watch TNA? Some company they never heard of. They don't like pro wrestling. A lot of people don't. It's very niche.
They're on a network that's not built for wrestling. That's the thing. Like it's like TNN. It's like with ECW. It's like the content that they air. It's not mainly wrestling. So you're not going to have a wrestling. What's probably going to happen is the NXT fans are probably going to stay along. The TNA fans are probably going to stay along. And I think that the number will dwindle down in about a month from now to about 150 to 180,000, and just stay there. Like it'll be their norm.
It sounds about right. I mean, I think 150, 125 sounds about right for the norm, because that's just they don't retain a large fan base because of their unorthodox style, because they try to play all sides. I would say to them, pick a side. Stop trying to be a sports entertainment show. Stop trying to be a work rate show. Pick a side. Because trying to please everybody and stop trying to add in celebrities. That shit, maybe that appeased a couple AMC executives. It doesn't appease the fans. Nobody wanted to see Perez Hilton there.
No. And I'll make a prediction for TNA. Here's what I think is going to happen. I think that starting in the beginning of 2027, you're going to hear rumblings of Vince wanting to buy TNA.
You could. I mean, there's a lot of crazy rumors going on, and we'll get to them. But so CM Punk, he's the star of 2K's Showcase Mode. So in this Showcase Mode, it's going to be like the Bloodline Dynasty, but it will feature cutscenes and narration between matches, except this time it will be Punk dissecting moments and matches from his own career. Can you imagine that? Like him just complaining and bitching about all these matches. Undertaker, he should have fucking put me over, but he didn't. I should have been the fucking guy to retire him.
It's just CM Punk as a whiny Mark mode. I love it.
That'd be awesome. But 2K26, so it's not only going to be narrated by Punk, it features 3 sections of matches, what-if scenarios. So, like what if he took over WWE? How bad that would be. What would happen if he actually stuck around and, become a mid-carder? I mean, it's very interesting to see what would happen. And a lot of it's going to be planned out, fake shit. But, at least he got his wife to come along. She's going to be having her own Showcase Mode. They gave Punk everything for this fucking game.
Just call it CM Punk, just the game. Like
2K20, 2K Punk, might as well.
Yeah, 2K Punk. You might as well, with how much it's like revolving around CM Punk and AJ Lee. Fuck it. Or are you gonna have a Larry mode and honor to Larry? I mean, come on.
I would fully expect a Larry Battle Royale. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. They would do
the wrestlers that Larry liked, but the only problem with that is it was just one wrestler, me. I win everything.
It's just a rumble full of CM Punk clones. Awesome. Okay, but Punk, he's planning to retire by age 50. That is wishful thinking. That you would make it to 50. I mean, look at the injury list, bro. Wishful. I'm saying honestly, 48 if he's lucky. That's with him being extra careful. 48. What do you think?
I'm thinking with him, it's like we're seeing him get in worse and worse shape. He's breaking down. He's getting gassed. Like I don't like. He may be not injured by the age of 48, but he's just not going to have the stamina or the ability to go in the ring. Like he struggles to now. I can't even imagine what it's going to be like in 2 years from now. You add 2 more years of age onto, or another year of age onto him, and wear and tear, and what that's going to do to him.
Well, it's just amazing for a guy that claims to be straight edge. You look at bona fide drug addicts like Ric Flair, like Hulk Hogan, like Terry Funk, and they all could out-wrestle circles around this motherfucker at his age. Keep in mind, most of these guys still fucking wrestle to the... Well, Flair still wants to wrestle, but nobody will let him. But it's like,
good.
Look at the careers that these guys have had and how they still were able to put on good matches even in their 50s and their 60s. Something Punk knows he won't be able to do. He's already putting out some of the worst matches. Like that match that he had recently, the world title match with Braun Breaker, was awful. He is literally getting worse every time I see him. 50 is way too generous.
Well, but I would just put it like this. I mean, when has CM Punk ever been an athletic specimen? Never. Even when he was young, he sucked.
Well, yeah, and people always talk about, oh, you gotta go check out his shit in Ring of Honor. Okay, so I went and checked out his infamous Iron Man match that he did with Samoa Joe. It's just 2 sweaty dudes fucking doing headlocks to each other for an hour. It sucked dick, dude.
No, it did. And like a lot of people who say that, like they've seen like a little bit of it. I've seen like almost all of it. I can confidently say that CM Punk, even back in his Ring of Honor days, was not very athletic. He was good on the mic, I'll give him that, but not athletic.
I mean, his best stuff, honestly, was the mic stuff, the feud he did with Raven. That was the best thing I ever saw out of him in Ring of Honor, and we never saw anything like that, unfortunately. But until he came to WWE and worked with Jeff Hardy. But, WWE, they're trying to get rid of tickets. They want you to go and see this in the theaters. So if right now, if you buy one ticket to WWE's Royal Rumble in the theaters, you could get a kid's ticket free. Equal or lesser value up to $11 ticket price. So they are trying to give away as many tickets as possible. Unfortunately, no kids give a shit about WWE, so just going to be fat nerds masquerading as kids. Good luck on that. Let's see if you can get in.
But see, my question is like, will it though? Because I'm thinking it's going to be mostly empty.
I could see maybe some fat nerds like trying to rig the system and buying kids tickets for their friends who are just fellow fat neckbeards. I don't know. I bought it online. You have to order the ticket. You're not a kid, sir. I am at heart. You can already see it happening. So,
your license says you're 42.
Well, I'm actually 14 at heart. That's what I'm attracted to. Womp womp. Anyways, Braun Breaker, he's setting up for an awesome feud with Adam Pearce for 42. What a fucking waste.
Seriously.
Why would you waste Braun Breaker, your top young guy besides Logan Paul, in a throwaway fucking bullshit match with Adam Pearce? Oh, he's returning to the ring. We get to see the return of the great NWA champion, Scrap Iron Adam Pearce. Fucking awesome. Who cares?
This is fucking horrible booking. Like, I get they're trying to do the whole heel against the face authority. I get all that. But you don't do that with Braun Breaker. With Braun Breaker, you put him up against people who are gonna get him closer to the world title. You have him take on Gunther. Have him take out Gunther. There you go.
What the fuck is Austin Theory doing? He's probably
Right.
going to be left off the card. Give him Adam Pearce. That way you can do your whole stable versus Adam Pearce bullshit, and you don't have to tie up one of your actually potentially good talents. It's just idiots, man. But for all of you that had high hopes for the Royal Rumble, Brock Lesnar's in there. They got a lot of big names. Take that smile and turn it upside down. Cody has just entered the Royal Rumble. So there you go.
Oh god. Okay, this motherfucker. Okay, there you go. Like if you wanted to have to know exactly who's going to win the Rumble before it even happens, there you go. Like Triple H, the nose man can't help himself. He's gonna
He's gonna win. Think about it. He could set a record as 3-time Royal Rumble winner in a row. Nobody's done it before. Just this fucking jobber.
God, I hate Cody Rhodes. What is good? Like, tell me what's good about Cody Rhodes. He's boring in the ring. His promos suck. He looks horrible.
He's a great politician and he sucks a lot of dick. What else can be said?
I can't take that from him. I mean, hey, it is what it is.
Though I think Drew might have done a little bit of sucking to get these side plates. What's up with the Baphomet bullshit, man?
Well, you know who you got to serve to get to the top?
He knows, which is sad, but Drew's a talented guy. Just wish he would get away from the dark side, dude. Shit ain't gonna help you.
Yeah,
but
it's not.
Nah. But big plans for WrestleMania. So for all of you who saw that Cody was entering the Royal Rumble, well, here's the plans. So no longer is it going to be Roman Reigns in the title picture. They're looking to do either Drew McIntyre versus Cody versus Jacob Fatu for whatever fucking reason, or McIntyre versus Cody as a singles match. So, hey, you get to see Drew McIntyre lose again to Cody either way. Either way, Drew's fucked.
Yeah, either way, Drew's screwed. How about let's have Cody lose? Huh?
Nah.
What do you say?
Well, I can see them actually doing the Jacob Fatu one just so they can have Jacob Fatu take the loss. And that way Drew could say, well, at least I didn't lose to Cody again. But I would hate to see that because I don't think Jacob Fatu is anywhere near ready for a world title match, especially a Mania world title match, Fuck no.
No, he's not. In my opinion, Cody's not because he's really fucking boring. This is the perfect opportunity to start building up somebody new, like a Logan Paul. Like maybe even an Obafemi, like a Trick Williams, that would be this is the time to start building up Trick Williams. Is it hot shotting? Sure, but does Trick Williams have the talent to pull it off? Of course.
Too bad. Sammy needs a shot.
Everything you don't want, you will get as long as Triple H is in charge. That's how it works. So, but here's something that I might be entertained again. I don't know. So, Russell Pierce was saying that Fanatics will be launching Fanatic Studios, and among the projects included is an unscripted culinary series with the Usos that will be distributed across WWE's YouTube channels and social media platforms. Can you imagine drunken cooking with the Usos? Fucking money, dude.
I was about to shit on it, but then I'm thinking about it yeah, man, yeah, you put it in 350 degree, man. Hey,
Take this bottle of port wine, you pour it right on steak, and then you drink a little bit yourself. Actually, light yourself.
It's just like an hour of them getting drunk while cooking. I love it. Perfect. Do that. Like, fuck Braun Strowman show. Let's do that.
Jimmy says to Jay, hey, you got any of that wine left? He's like, nah, dog, I drank it all. Hey, shit, how we gonna cook this shit with wine? Hey, don't worry about it. We just fucking drink. It's right there.
Sound good to me. Glug, glug, glug.
So, WWE is auctioning off authentic event worn Elimination Chamber Cody Rhodes ripped suit pieces. The current bid, get this, is at $30,000.
No.
I'm not even joking.
Hold on.
The current bid is at $30,000.
Okay, what am I looking at? Okay, I got to look it up right now because you know it's going to be even higher.
Authentic event worn Elimination Chamber 2025 Cody Rhodes ripped suit pieces.
All right, hold up. Fuck.
Well, then why would you? Yeah, so authentic event worn Elimination Chamber 2025 Cody Rhodes ripped suit pieces.
2025. Oh, the site can't be. Wait, hold up. It's loading.
Go ahead and get
that. My God.
Okay. $30K?
It's gonna end in it's $30,000 in $30,005. What the fuck?
When does the auction end?
8 days, because you know it's only gonna be higher. Like,
oh man. Dude, this could top out at almost $100K. Who knows for this fucking garbage? For this shit. Like, who the fuck would put this in a museum? Like, and I'm even the most diehard Cody Rhodes fan. Why the fuck would you buy this shit?
I'll tell you who.
Hey, wife, fuck you. Yeah, so what if I took out a second mortgage? Fuck you. I need Cody Rhodes authentic event worn Elimination Chamber ripped suit pieces, okay?
It's just going to lose value the minute he spooges on it. I don't see the point. I don't see
Money
the point.
well spent.
I guess so. It'll be like his Monica Lewinsky dress. There you go. So, hey, if you were thinking that WWE has some great plans, nah, they get even better. TKO was announcing plans are underway to introduce more 2-night pay-per-views in the future. 2 nights of Survivor Series, 2 nights of Rumble, 2 nights of Money in the Bank, 2 nights of Backlash. Oh my. We are in a blessed time period right now.
Why?
Well, that's the thing too, is like, you know that deep down even Triple H is like, oh, my heart can't take any more of this.
You know what? Actually, I changed my mind on it now. Do more of it. Let's do 3-night pay-per-views. Fuck it. Let's stress Triple H out so much that he's like,
I gotta take a step back. I can't take it anymore. The power's not worth it.
Well, especially with his obsession of micromanaging every single fucking company under the WWE umbrella. Nah, that would definitely be the straw that breaks the camel's back, and he would have to fucking just like panic attack at home and do Zoom calls to fucking Bruce. You know, it would get really bad. But, you know, speaking of Triple H, he was speaking on fitness, and here's what he had to say about the importance of physical fitness to his fat neckbeard fans.
It doesn't matter if you can't do a single pull-up, push-up, or sit-up. It matters if you try. If you keep trying, you will. Working out will give you discipline. Discipline will give you confidence. It will open up a door of the possible. That's what this is really all about. A physical fitness regimen changes you as a person. It changes the trajectory of your life. So I'm asking, on behalf of the president, are you ready?
Oh, I'm ready, Triple H. I'll walk out just because you said. Okay, I'm gonna reach for my flesh butthole. Okay, my remote control.
That's the most exercise you're going to get out of these motherfuckers, is them reaching for food or their butthole fleshlight. That's about it, bro.
And then like he's like saying it next to the president. The president's like,
Can I have another Diet Coke, please? Thank you.
Fetch me my Diet Coke. Hurry up, you little bitch.
Love to hear that shit. But apparently WWE is getting in some hot water because of a deceptive lawsuit over marketing. So According to the legal filing, plaintiffs Michael Disa of New Jersey and Rebecca Toback of New York claimed that WWE used a bait-and-switch tactic. The core of the complaint focuses on an August 6, 2025 press release which stated that WWE content will be available to fans who watch on the ESPN app whether they subscribe directly or through a traditional pay TV package. However, when the service launched in September 2025, many customers with providers like Xfinity found they still had to pay an additional $29.99 per month for the ESPN Unlimited tier to access WWE events like WrestlePalooza. This is just what we were talking about, man. They fucked over so many people with that ESPN deal. It was a pain in the ass to watch, honestly.
It is, and what I'm going to be curious about is like, what are the numbers going to be like for the first few? Like, WrestleMania is going to be the first big test. Like, that's where they're really going to know how this is going to perform, and I don't think it's going to do well. I really don't.
No, I don't think so either. I think I don't know. I think that it could be one of those things where ESPN drops them, because that's for a company like ESPN to sign them, and then immediately you're hearing rumors of ESPN being displeased. What do we always hear about all these television deals? Oh, the executives are happy. Every single one. Oh, the executives are so happy. Even if the show sucks, oh, the executives are so happy. They weren't so happy with WWE. We don't hear rumors like that, so I think you got to give a little bit of fire to that smoke, just saying.
Well, the thing is, like, they're still very early into these deals, and so I do think that there's a lot of room to fall, you know.
Oh, yeah.
So, like, with how much they're losing now, it's going to get awful. Like, the number, like, SmackDown's already under 1 million, Raw's already struggling to get 1 point, and that's 1 year into the deal. What's it going to be like after 2 years or 3 years into the deal?
Well,
this is going to drop, man.
I can say that fans are catching on more to Cody Rhodes and how much he sucks. So, you know, we're so used to Eurosmarks and how they overrate the fuck out of everybody who sucks. But here they were very truthful about Cody Rhodes. Tells you a lot, man. They used to be singing his theme song last year, and now they're telling him to get the fuck out of the ring.
Good, because he fucking sucks. They're right. For once in their life, they're right. It's like, we've been saying for fucking years that this guy sucks, that you can't make this guy the world champion. They're like, no, he's fucking great. Well, how'd that turn out?
We told you. We tried telling you, but they don't want to listen, man. So they got to find out the hard way. But here's a crazy rumor for you. Take it with a grain of salt, but it will be cool if it happens. So, breaking, Elon Musk is reportedly heavily rumored to consider a move to buy WWE from TKO, with talks said to be at a very early stage. WWE is valued at around $9.3 billion, and the idea that Musk views it as a major global brand with huge live event and media value. Nothing confirmed yet, but imagine X/WWE as a collaboration. I will say this much. I think that it's something that Triple H would be cool with, because he definitely wants to get in bed with X. He's definitely a right-winger. Yeah. I don't know. I think it's going to cause a big rupture in the fan base. There'll still be a lot of fucking dipshit fans that watch and complain, but I think it will definitely be like a WWE is a right-wing company now. Fuck you, liberals. So who knows?
I mean, depending on how true it is. I mean, if we're being real,
right?
But,
exactly.
Yeah.
Take it with a grain of salt. But
take it with a grain of salt. But if it happens,
yes.
But if it happens, I mean, that's fucking huge. Like, Elon has the money to buy WWE. He could do that easily.
That he could, man, and he could actually make it something cool. He could actually get the woke out of there. So, you know, there would be a lot of promise with somebody like Elon, you know. Either Elon or Vince at this point. Who else you got, you know? Maybe
they link up. Maybe it's Elon and Vince.
That would be a hell of a connection right there. But WWE, they're trying to get some new talent in. So, they're looking, this is very rare. So WWE will be holding significantly more tryouts this year. And like this most recent set, they are back to looking for in-shape indie talent who can work and cut good promos. What?
Like, like, it depends on the indie talent, because we've said for a while that, like, it just depends. There are some really great indie talents out there, and then there's some fucking awful ones that you don't want to bring in. Like, Adam Cole was a bad fucking idea to bring in. He could talk, and he could wrestle, but he just looks awful on TV.
Yeah, you know, they got to learn the hard way, man. But this is interesting. So, Dave Meltzer reported that there was reportedly a focus to put on black male talent and bodybuilders at this week's WWE tryouts due to the criticism that Triple H doesn't push black male talent. I found that very interesting that story came out like literally one day after our Wednesday watch along, where we made that a big focal point. So, all right, but just put it on all Dave Meltzer, you know.
I mean, we've been saying it for fucking years now about how fucking racist Triple H is and how it's just like evident in his booking and what he does. Like it's not an opinion at this point. It's just it just is what it is.
Oh yeah, people, they have a lot of delusion to them, but I mean, he is trying to at least abide by that. He offered LeBron Cozone from over in DPW a shot. I've seen a little bit of his stuff. He's very good in ring. Definitely has to work on his mic, but he looks like a star. So that's at least a good signing. Another one, I have no idea if this guy's good on the mic. He looks like a dork, but maybe Bruce Hamilton is a badass. I don't know. I've never seen anything of this guy. All I know is he tried out. And they're also interested in getting Gabe Kidd, this fucking bald, retarded dork. I don't want him. Please go to AEW if anywhere if you're leaving Japan, because God, you're awful.
Yeah, just go to AEW. It's like that's where the fucking jobbers go for the most part, so go there.
If you're from New Japan, more than likely you go to AEW. It's like a gateway, so that's what I can see. But WWE,
emphasize the gay
gateway for sure, forbidden door, back door. But you know what? Let's talk about some talents from the feeder system that came up to NXT. So we covered one the other week, Eli Knight. They didn't even try to change his name. They literally brought him up as Eli Knight. What the fuck?
Gotta love the effort they're putting in now.
Lazy, fucking lazy.
They worked like fucking for weeks to come up with that name.
This is the fucking nerds online say that was his name on the Indies. Okay, you come to WWE, they change your name. No excuse.
No, there should be no excuse. Like you can't come up with anything better than Eli Knight.
It sounds like shit. It's jabroni as fuck. He looks like an indie guy. He doesn't look special. It doesn't help.
I don't see superstar with this guy. I'm sorry, I just don't. Like he does not look like a megastar. Like if you're not going to be building megastars, what's the point? Like you're just going to get a roster of good little hands that don't fucking draw, and then you're going to have half empty arenas, and then you're going to have dive bombing ratings, and then you're going to wonder why. I don't get it, but their work rate's good.
He just looks like he'd be Carmelo Hayes' lover. There's nothing special there. But we're getting swipe right too. Cool. They get a bunch of skinny jobber guys. Cool. All right.
I don't see a star among them. I'm sorry, I just don't see a star among them. None of the like. What happened to fucking like? I get that you want to like let these fucking indie schmucks in, and I'm pretty sure some of them were indie workers. But like, come on, can we have standards? Come on.
Nope, not at all. Just get whatever you can. Whatever hasn't signed to AEW, go ahead and scoop them up. You know, that's how it is. But I'll give credit to this guy. Keanu Carver does look like a star. They're already building him up the right way right off the bat, so that's good. But he did post this previously. These MFs ain't ready for TS. They dick-eating these Samoan MFs who think they like that, who be voting for Trump and ain't really like that. I didn't repost that, by the way. What
the fuck did he say?
I could somebody please translate this for me? I do not understand this. If I could guess, I'm guessing he's saying these people are not ready for me. They are too busy giving too much credit to the Samoan family, like the Fatus. They think that they are the best talents just because they vote for Trump. And they're not really like that. Did I get it? I think I got it.
It sounds like in the ballpark. It sounds about right.
I think I got it.
God. Like, fucking, like, punctuation, grammar, like, you can use it. Like, I understand it's Twitter or X, whatever the fuck it's called now. You can use grammar. You can have your posts make sense, you know? It's not illegal.
It's popular to sound stupid nowadays. I know. It's fucking weird.
Fuck.
It is. So let's talk about the ratings killer, Gunther. Commentary now refers to Gunther as the career killer. I've never seen a guy destroy the ratings more than Seth Rollins, but here he is.
Here he is. It's fucking Gunther. And again, like you put the title on this guy. What happened? What happened?
Dead. The fans literally did not even give a shit about him more than 1 week. He got fucking heel heat for 1 week, and then they had to pipe in the fucking heel heat every other week after that. And you could see the look on his face.
Hey,
that's a look of
real quick
dejection right there. What's up?
Real quick. Pat ourselves in the back. Who said from the fucking get-go he would not get heel heat?
We told you. Live.
Yeah.
Live.
And then you could go watch the video. You could say, for any of the assholes say, yeah, right, you fucking asshole. You didn't say. Go watch the video. You could see us reacting in live time telling you he's not going to get heat. It's Triple H is getting the heat.
We tried to tell you, you know,
Yeah.
but they don't want to listen. They want to live in their worlds of delusion, you know. That's why we're here. We're the voice of sanity here in the wrestling community. You know, so Jade Cargill, big superstar, she hooked up with Ben Affleck and Matt Damon. I don't know if they filmed some sort of like softcore Netflix porno. I don't know what happened here. I would guess some sort of interview. But that's the thing. Why would you pick Jade Cargill to interview Ben Affleck and Matt Damon? Like I could just imagine her being unbelievably fucking nervous and just like stuttering a bit like, oh, you know, like, and forgetting her lines and shit. I mean, come on. She can barely be seen on TV. Why are you having her interview these guys?
Well, and I thought she was like, I'm looking at this picture. I thought she was taller than that. It's like you got like Ben Affleck and Leonardo DiCaprio like bigger than her. Like, come on.
The camera adds like fucking 5 inches and 40 pounds. It's crazy. So it's weird. But you know what? I will say your favorite tag team, they got demoted.
Fuck yeah. Good. Like they had been off TV for a long fucking time. So yeah, I mean, if you get like send them back to TNA, fuck it. Could you imagine the Motor City Machine Guns back in TNA? Like if you want to pacify the fucking match marks of TNA, send them back there.
Yeah, I'm sure a lot of fans would like that, you know. At least they would get their banger cruiserweight matches. But it's funny how quickly this tag team fell off. They got their Meltzer 5-star match with DIY and Street Profits. And then after that, they started bombing in the fucking segments. Nobody wanted to see their tag title reign. I've never seen Triple H give up on a tag team so fucking fast. Especially a white tag team. I was surprised.
Well, yeah, and like when they first did, I think it was like either the week or the next week when they debuted on the main roster, like they had the fucking tag titles. Like by the second week they were on the main roster. So it's not like they didn't get a push. No, they got a push. It's just Triple H realized just how fucking boring they are. He looked at the crowd's reaction to them and he's like, yeah, I can't put these guys on TV.
Yeah, he may love their work rate, but nobody wants to fucking see him wrestle. And apparently Triple H, you know, for all the lovers online that say that he loves black talent and he's giving a push with Carmelo and all this other bullshit, where the fuck are the Street Profits?
Yeah.
So they disappeared off television, and the whole story reason from Dave Meltzer is they're trying to freshen them up with a storyline.
Just think about how fucking like incompetent that makes WWE sound.
Well, it makes them look racist too, because this is what I tried telling Montez a while back before he blocked me for something I said on the news. I told you. I fucking told you. You're dealing with a dude who will not push you because of your skin color. You have a lot of talent. We never fucking discounted that.
No.
But you have to realize who your fucking boss is.
We were telling you, man, and we weren't doing it to like talk bullshit. No, we were saying, hey, look, we know what he's about. We know how he books. And I'm just telling you, man, he doesn't like wrestlers with a certain look. The only reason why he's doing this with black wrestlers now is he's getting pressured. He's getting pressured probably from TKO. I would imagine that Ari Emanuel and Mark Spear are like, hey, yeah, we got to kind of squash this narrative because, you know, we're a publicly traded company. We can't have this. So I think if Triple H really had his way, you wouldn't have him having to do it like you may not even have Trick Williams on the main roster. You may not even have fucking what's his name? Got the Carmelo Hayes on the main roster. You may not if he had his way.
I think he would maybe keep Carmelo because he's a light skin and a bing bonger. But no, if you're not a cruiserweight, there's no fucking way in hell that he would keep you around. Look at what he did to Bobby Lashley. He got rid of a charismatic main event player that could have done another WrestleMania easily. Could have been a world champion. He just like, nah, we don't need him. Let him go. He's too old. He's in great fit, fantastic physical shape. Still a good promo, still a star. Let him go. Fuck it.
Yeah, let him go. I mean, and even MVP like was shitting on Triple H and saying like, "Hey, if only you guys knew." It's like, "Oh, MVP, we know, we know. Trust me, we know."
We know. Unfortunately, you only hear that stuff from people that aren't under a Legends deal, which is sad. So, apparently, the Namer of Names is no longer the Namer of Names. He's now the match evaluator. I don't know if that's good or bad. It sounds like it's worse, but his role now at TV tapings is for him to critique the style and believability of matches. Dude, you have a fucking laundry list ahead of you. Yeah, that is an abortion clinic that he has to fucking fix if that's his job.
Like really, like we're giving a guy like we're just like coming up with jobs to give William Regal match evaluator. Is it the job of the fucking like agent and producer?
Apparently his is to stand back there with the fucking cue card from 1 to 10 that tells him how good the matches are. He's basically WWE's Dave Meltzer.
Hey, nice job there, Dave Meltzer. That's what he is right now.
Pathetic.
Pathetic, absolutely.
Damn, they're so marky, man. They're so
Well,
marky.
it just goes to show how unprofessional they are. But these veteran wrestlers, they do this shit. They give their friends jobs, even if they're not qualified. What the fuck is William Regal going to know about? Like, is he going to go up to Ela Dragunov and say, hey, maybe you should probably sell a little bit more? Is he going to do that? No.
No, and they're not going to listen to him anyways because they all think
No.
they're better than him. So that's how
Right.
it is. It's sad. But I will say, though, that WWE apparently is quietly, very quietly, because I haven't seen it, making changes to improve the format of Raw's show flow. So the company has been cutting back on commercial breaks during the show. They're not cutting back on the extra long 45-minute matches, just the fucking commercial breaks. The goal is to improve pacing and keep viewers engaged without constant interruptions. The fans have been asking for this, and WWE is finally listening. The change reportedly started on Monday's episode. The show still ended around the same time it usually does, but it didn't feel padded. Okay, so says you. So says WrestleVotes Radio on Fightful. Okay, if that's what they want to say, sure, I don't fucking believe it. Because every time I've tried to watch Netflix, it's ad central. It literally is at the very least a third ads, 2/3 wrestling.
Like, this is like the equivalent of like a shitty sports team, like changing their uniforms rather than changing their fucking, play calling. That's what this is the equivalent of.
Yeah, they don't have to try. Just change enough
No.
for the fucking marks to put you over. So, we could be looking forward to this though. Apparently, CM Punk is rumored to be featured in WWE biography episode on A&E.
Who gives a shit?
Well, I'm interested in this because I want to see what the fuck did he do during that time off period from wrestling. I want to just show him failing at UFC, failing at Marvel, failing at Duke Rufus's gym. Just show all the failure that all these fucking Punk marks did not get to see because they live in delusion. I want to show this is what Punk did when he was not in WWE. I would love it if they showed that shit.
He's going to say, I was living my dream. What a fucking crybaby. Living your dream.
Living his dream being a failure. Okay, cool. But WWE, they've been doing this, and it's stupid, but I got to show you how stupid it is. It's their new top 10 list. So they have a top 10 most indestructible superstars in history. Number 1, Undertaker, whatever. Number 2, Brock Lesnar, should be number 1. Number 3, Goldberg, fine. Number 4, The Fiend, Bray Wyatt, how? He got his ass kicked by Seth Rollins. Number 5, Kane, should be way higher. Number 6, Hulk Hogan, should be way higher. Number 7, Ultimate Warrior, should be way higher. Number 8, Jacob Fatu should not be on the fucking list.
No.
Mankind, okay, I can see, Mankind was a tough motherfucker, I'll give him that. But Solo Sakaho and Jacob Fatu, who the fuck are you kidding?
Seriously. Like, who we get? Like, honestly, at number 10, I think Shane McMahon would have a more of a case to be made to have him on that spot than Solo Sikoa. What the fuck has he done?
He just jobbed to everybody and now he's on a win streak. Doesn't make any sense, but this is who they are. This is their top 10 returns in Royal Rumble history. Number 1, John Cena in 2008. Number 2, Cody Rhodes in 2023. No. Number 3, Edge in 2020. Yeah, you let him go. Okay. Number 4, Alexa Bliss 2025. Number 5, Roddy Piper 2008. Number 6, Naomi 2024. She came out of TNA. Fuck you.
Right.
Number 7, RVD 2009. Number 8, Rey Mysterio 2018. Number 9, The Undertaker 2003. And number 10, Chris Jericho 2013. Who are these fucking lists for, dude?
Seriously, who cares? Who cares what this fucking top 10 Rumble return? Who cares? Hey, why isn't Trish Stratus on that list?
Apparently she wasn't a good enough return for the fucking marks right in the list.
Oh, for God's sakes. It's so ridiculous, man.
It's pathetic, man.
Mickey James, that's another one.
True. There's a lot of legends that they're passing up, man. But I will say at these live events, sometimes it gets crazy. The fans, they think it's a little too real and they get involved.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Berlin, thank you for an incredible night here at Friday Night SmackDown. From all of us at WWE, we thank you. Get home safely. 5, 6, 7, 8. Let them know we
When will they learn?
Well, and you could see him smile. I don't know if anybody can know. I could see him smiling
saw
at
it.
the end there. Yeah.
No,
I think he did it as a stunt, honestly.
Sad, man, sad. But, you know, let's talk about some legends in the pro wrestling industry. Cornette, this could have been under Modern Wrestlers or Marks, but I'm like, fuck it. Let him get a legend spot for it. So he pledged $5,000, Jim Cornette, to Ford employees suspended for calling Donald Trump a pedo protector. So WWE Pro Wrestling legend Jim Cornette has pledged financial assistance to TJ Cibola, a Ford Motor Company employee who was suspended following an interaction with Donald Trump. On Wednesday, Cornette posted on X stating his intention to provide $5,000 to the 40-year-old United Auto Workers UAW member. Cornette posted a screenshot of a news report regarding Cibola's suspension and the caption, "If anyone knows TJ Cibola, I have a thank you, a handshake, and a check for $5,000 ready for him." So if you're wondering what this dude did, so when Trump went to go visit the facility for Ford back in January of 2026, what happened is he was on the skywalk and he screams out "pedo protector" at the president. So in the video footage, you see Trump like saying something, you know, nasty towards him and flipping him off. And then afterwards, the dude got suspended. You know, they're not gonna. He's suspended, I guess, without pay right now. So. I mean, it makes sense. I'm surprised he's not fired.
I mean, because as a company, they're probably trying to protect their ass, but at the same time, it's freedom of speech.
True.
Like if the guy wants to do that, it's a free country. Supposedly.
Not on the clock, though. Not on the clock.
That's true. It's representing the company.
Yeah, that's where I would stand. But you know, either way, Cornette's willing to shell out $5,000 to this random dude. So, somebody who feels that they've been disrespected, and I would have to agree with this, is The Miz. He says that he feels the respect towards him, but feels he gets the half-dead flowers. He says, yes, I feel the respect. I feel it in the locker room. I feel it in the crowd. But I'll hear you say it, oh, Miz has gotten his flowers. You know what kind of flowers I get? I get the ones that are half-dead, that you give to me and they're going to die the next day. You don't give me a full bouquet of flowers that are like, here are your flowers. John Cena gets the flowers. I don't get the flowers. I get the half-dead flowers that are like, here you go. Here's your flowers. We're giving you flowers. It's the half-assed flowers. He must have said like flowers like 50 times in that. But
flowers,
dude.
I think he's going crazy.
Give this guy a pound of weed, man. He needs some good flowers, you know. Like turn that frown upside down. Like we said before, Miz, you will never get your credit in pro wrestling because of the type of entertaining personality you are. You're not a work rate mark. You're an entertainer. You are a forgotten relic and a good one. I mean that in positive aspect, by the way. You're a forgotten relic in a different generation. So don't expect to get your flowers. If anything, look at it this way. You're a millionaire. You got a hot wife. You got great kids. You got 3 shows. Fuck it. You won. You won.
You won, dude. You don't need to fucking wrestle for a company that doesn't care about you. I mean, at the very least, you could still probably get paid pretty decently in TNA. You know,
I think he could be a world champion in TNA. He's great, dude. I've always thought The Miz is awesome. So now I see where he's going. But dude, yeah, if you really want to keep on wrestling, just go to TNA. Fuck it. But I will say though that one legend, he made sure to give a very, very big tip to a waitress lately. We're talking about the Nature Boy. You fucking bitch. Look in the Nature Boy's eyes and say, thank you very much, sir. Hold his hand and fucking shake his hand and give him a hard on, damn it.
What the fuck? Like, come on. Like, show a little bit more gratitude than that. It's like, and apparently it was like a $400 bill, and he tips with like $350. Like, show a little bit of gratitude. Come on, man. Like,
now I
hate to see that.
Why? Because I understand her thinking in her head, oh, I can't piss off the wife. You do what you did. Look at the wife, say thank you, and then go to Rick, hold his hand and say, thank you so much, sir. I can pay my rent now because of you.
No appreciation. No.
Dirty whore, dude.
Seriously. Like, and again, like we're not the assholes here. We're just calling out this ungrateful bitch who's not thanking Ric Flair for giving her $350. Come on now.
Yeah, and that's like she couldn't even give him a cleavage show. Come on, man. Very disappointing.
Come on.
I will say something that is promising, though, is Vince Russo had Violent J on a show, and they were talking about possible streaming deals for JCW.
Guys, what's the growth goal for JCW? Streaming, TV? Go ahead, Joe. What's the future look like?
It's exactly what you and I and a friend of ours were talking about last night. Landing streaming, landing a TV channel, something like that. We'd love to get on a big streaming platform or a TV channel or something like that. We don't want to change too much about the show if we do, but we are willing to make some adjustments as long as JCW stays JCW.
I mean, I can't argue with where they're going with that. You know, they want eyeballs on JCW, and Jay, he deserves it for all the time and effort he's put in that company. Think about it, man. Would you have ever thought in your life that Violent J would be working with Vince Russo?
No, never in a million years.
Never.
And it's a shock to me because, you know, we were reviewing Lunacy for, you know, at least I could say like maybe a couple years, like on and off. We'd review it. We started reviewing it like more often or more frequently, like 5 months ago. But we've been like aware of Lunacy for a while. It's just to see Vince Russo working with him and then to see it be successful on top of all that. You know what's funny? I don't know if anybody watched it, but I did watch the Bischoff interview where they're airing a JCW promo for the show. It didn't show Vince Russo, but you had Bischoff putting it over saying,
Oh, it's like they're making the right moves. They're doing things
great. I wish somebody would have told him, hey, just to let you know, Vince Russo is writing that show.
Shit, I take back what I said. He's like, fuck.
But somebody who appears on the brand quite often is Al Snow, and he has a new piece of merchandise available. I don't know what the fuck this is for, but it's Al Snow new Aldo with head.
Yeah.
Use your imagination. I don't know why he's marketing this, but you know what? Hey, maybe he makes a ton of money off of it. Hopefully he does. Good for him, man.
Maybe he does. I mean, wrestling, a lot of weird wrestling fans out there, you know. Who knows?
Hey, they would love a little head where the sun don't shine. Let's put it that way. So, let's go ahead and talk about Kevin Nash. He recently spoke up about Logan Paul, and he did so in the most drunken way possible.
That motherfucker, from what I heard, is making like $5 million for fucking living it. And those motherfuckers out there making house shows. Fuck you. That's from the boys. I don't give a fuck how many people are following you, okay? If it said you had 24 fucking million road scholars following you, motherfucker, I'd be like, dude, you're fucking Jesus. Got a bunch of fucking idiots.
Do you think that Sean Oliver edits out the parts where he throws up on camera, which is probably like 10 times during each interview?
Oh, he has to. He has to. Like, they got a fucking, like, editor around the clock doing that shit. It's like, all right, cut out the vomit segment. Yeah, the 20th one. Yeah.
Oh, my God. Please, Nash, tone down a little bit on the drinking. Just a little bit. I'm not expecting you to give up the bottle. I know that's impossible. Like, it's your pacifier, dude. You wake up drinking Jack Daniels. Just please tone down a little bit, bro. Just a little bit.
They go from a bottle to, like 3/4 of a bottle.
Yeah.
Cut back a little bit.
Yeah, don't go full cold turkey, because you'll go into shock, but little by little. But I will say one of his buddies gave a sage piece of advice. We're talking about Billy Gunn. He was talking about how no one knows how to work anymore.
I put it this way. Like nowadays, nobody knows how to work. It's like
the crowd. Like the crowd?
No, they don't know how to work in general. Okay. In general.
Well, it's fine. Definitely.
Because working is like, yes, we get it. Back in the 80s isn't going to work now. But
why?
Because they've taken it so far to the extreme that if you have to have very good basic storytelling for me to follow along, for me to see somebody actually wrestle. So for me to advertise a match, hey, me and you are going to wrestle. Mm-hmm. Yeah, okay. Like, nobody wants to see that. Nobody wants to see that. Why? Nobody wants to see me and you wrestle because nobody understands wrestle because there's no conflict.
Okay.
There's no conflict between me and you wrestle other than there. Like,
was Simon from Frisky Dingo interviewing him?
Jesus, come on! Like you're a podcaster, right? You got to talk better than that. Come on.
Especially you're interviewing Billy Gunn, man. Step up your game.
Yeah, drink a coffee or two. Come on.
Something. Somebody's been drinking coffee, trying to stay awake because they have intruders on their compound. We're talking about the Hardys. So Matt Hardy's wife is sick of wrestling fans that have been trespassing on their private property. So she says, would you want to be on high alert every single time you step outside your front door? Like, oh, is there people here? Like, that's crazy. This is not like we live in Hollywood and there's like bus tours, like, come see where these famous people live. We live in the middle of nowhere. Don't do this. Don't encourage this. Nobody wants this. Don't do this. What I would say to the Hardys right off the bat, since you've got such a big compound, get some more dogs. And just have it like fucking like Mr. Burns' compound. Just nothing but fucking Rottweilers and you know, Dobermans and shit just running around, just waiting to rip up any fucking fat neckbeard who crosses the sign.
Ribby! Release the hounds!
That would be amazing. That's the thing, too. Dude, Hardy Boys needs their own fucking death hounds. Just think of, like, who would want to enter the Hardy compound knowing you'll get torn up by 6 Doberman? Who would want to fuck with that shit?
Maybe the Smarks will go through it like, it was totally worth it. Oh, I don't care if the dog bit my wiener off. It was worth it, guys. I got to touch the lake of reincarnation.
It's not like they were going to use the wiener in there anyways, you know, so.
Nah. Nobody wanted it anyway, so there you go.
It all worked out. You know, so I love it when legends talk shit about Triple H. So here's one who was a big inspiration to Triple H, talking about how much of an inspiration he was to Triple H. We're talking about Shane Douglas.
Heard that anybody listens to this snot-nosed moron that can only dream of being a professional wrestler. It is incredible to me how blessed we are, how fortunate to have fans that still care enough to send a question in. And as far as Hunter, I would give him an F for his promos and ripping me off the franchise promos almost verbatim. And I'd give him probably a C+ on character because honestly, a lot of the franchise was borrowed from other people. In specifics, I think if you look at Rick Rude, you'll see a lot of the franchise character. Ric Flair, Ricky Steamboat, Brad Armstrong, Barry Windham. There's little pieces of all those, which for those of you that have watched me will remember me talking about Scott Irwin, Bill Irwin's brother, telling me that month and a half in the business in Montreal. So hopefully a job well done. And Max, I appreciate the question. Thank you very much.
I swear, man, like, it really pisses me off how Shane Douglas seems to be, like, blacklisted by the industry. He's such a smart guy, has so much knowledge, didn't wreck his brain with drugs and alcohol. Like, he really should be, honestly, like, a producer for TNA or WWE. I can understand not WWE because of Triple H, but TNA, fucking, even AEW. Like, I think he's an essential mind that a lot of wrestling has forgotten about.
You know where he would fit in great?
Where's that?
NWA.
He would, you know what, they need all the help they can get right now. I really would hope that they reach out to Shane Douglas and offer him something, because that guy is just he's a great mind just sitting there. You know, people could say what they want about Scott Levy. Nah, Shane Douglas is still coherent, never did too much drugs. Did a little bit of steroids, never did too much drugs, did a little bit of painkillers. Never too much drugs, though. He's still good. Bring him in.
No. He's still good. He's got a good mind for the business. He's a smart guy. But yeah, apparently, you know, companies like TNA would rather have Hunter Johnson and Tommy Dreamer running creative. So there you go. Yeah, there you go.
So fucking stupid, man. I tell you, just a waste. So it is time for Breaking Bones News, where we talk about what's going on and a lot of injuries, even more so than usual. This has been a weekly feature now for at least, I think, like 4 weeks. It's crazy. We haven't taken a break from Breaking Bones News because people keep on getting fucking injured because nobody changes up the styles. Even though there's people like William Regal talking about their neck being broken and having 5 screws in it, that's not enough to get these wrestlers to stop. They just will not stop. So let's go ahead and start off with Kenny Omega. Actually, Kota Ibushi. He was talking about Kenny Omega and how much he really misses his golden lover. He said, I'm so sorry, Kenny. There's no guarantee, but medically I have 1 year and 9 months left. I'll cure you in 9 unnecessary months. That means I'll be back in 2026. I've caused trouble for Kenny. In return, I can't say for sure, but I do it. I gain the power to send out new energy. Shall I teach you bald guys that you have no chance of winning? Yesterday, for first time in a while, I was able to enter Budokan in costume with a live performance in front of Kenny. We were dressed as furries and we had a fun time in front of Dave Meltzer. And to Khan, I'll be making a comeback soon.
This, he's telling you, he's like they're like if you read that closely enough, you'll understand exactly what he was saying, and a lot of it's stuff that we can't mention on YouTube.
Use your imagination. That's all I can say about that. But we got to talk about this poor woman who took a part in the WWE tryouts. Her name is Sally Grace, and she was talking about the concussions that she got during the tryouts. Brutal.
Quick little update. Yesterday, we were doing improv, and they told us to pretend swimming. Bro, I think I sound so stupid right now. I got hit in the head because someone was on the metal ropes and was like, we're swinging it and swung it, and it hit the back of my head really hard. I can't even keep my train of thought. And then, and I feel stupid because I don't remember what I'm saying. And I forgot who I'm talking to earlier, and this morning I had a headache when I walked into the performance center, and I knew something wasn't right. And then we started taking bumps for the first time, and I just felt my brain sloshing around, and I'm like, I can't continue this, or else, there will be long-term effects. And then I got tested, and I have a concussion, and my one medic said, all right, now go talk to the first medic that you talked to. And I'm like, first medic, I've only talked to you. And I completely forgot I had a conversation with that dude. I was
These assholes don't give a shit. They were just throwing this fucking newbie out there. And that's the thing, there was no concussion protocol. Like, nobody saw, hey, this bitch is knocked out. Maybe we should go and check on her. What the hell, man?
That's insane. I mean, to not have, especially with how, like, popular it is, like how big of a thing concussions are and CTEs are, and trying to prevent them, that you're not going to be more attentive to people that clearly were concussed. Like, the signs are evident. When you see somebody who's concussed, it's obvious.
Absolutely. Nah, she expanded upon it a little bit more and talked about what it was like more at this trial.
It's the first time it's ever happened to me. I've fallen on concrete skateboarding. I was a gymnast my whole life. I got taken slams, but I had to stop running bumps yesterday because I knew my brain, something wasn't right in my brain. It's when you fall on your back. And they kept telling me to do it harder, go harder, and I'm like, everyone's super respectful in the wrestling industry, and I'm a respectful person myself, so I go up to the coach, and it took a lot of nerve. In front of everybody, I went up, I shook his hand, I go, sir, with all due respect. And I don't remember exactly what I said, but it was something like, I got a lot of stuff going on right now, I can't ruin my brain, and I know something's not right in the head right now. So I had to take the L in that one and step out to protect my noggin, but it was just crazy. Everyone's getting concussed left and right, and they're saying that there's going to be more happening. I'm obviously facing repercussions right now.
That is crazy. I really hope people are paying attention to what she just said. She was saying people are getting concussed left and right during these tryouts. They don't fucking care. They're looking at it like, you want to be tough enough to make it in WWE, deal with a couple brain bruises. That is so fucked up. I feel for this chick. I really feel for her. And I'm glad. I'm honestly glad somebody spoke out about what's going on with these tryouts. Because if they're really pushing them like that to go strong style, and they know they're fucking concussed and they keep them going, that's as dirty as it gets.
It really is, and I think it's their way of trying to weed them out.
Exactly. No, I could see that's what they're doing, is they're trying to weed them out, find the toughest. At the same time, though, it's going to get to the point, you find the toughest out of them, all it takes is one more injury just to fucking break him after he fucking debuts. You've already broken him down. Not smart at all what they're doing, honestly.
I mean, and what she just said there really makes the company look bad. Like, and honestly, I'm surprised that more people aren't showing outrage over it, because this should not be happening in WWE at all. Like, they got to be, they're a publicly traded company. They got to be very on top of concussions and CTEs.
Yeah, I mean, she's already looking at her fallback. And this is why the fans hate her, because she's a MAGA babe. I don't give a shit. You can vote for Trump, whoever, whatever. I don't give a shit. But yeah, now they're hating on her because of this bullshit. Go get your OnlyFans career. She's smart for backing out, and saving her brain. I would say if you're still in great shape, fuck it. Go for it.
Go for it. Why the fuck not? I mean, she looks great.
Yeah, don't have to get buck naked nude. Just do fucking bikini photos or something, But I will say that one man over in TNA apparently is working with injuries. We thought Moose got injured. That hasn't been confirmed yet. But this is apparently confirmed. Jeff Hardy is wrestling with 2 bulging discs and hopes to avoid surgery. I'm sorry, Jeff, but they're just gonna demand more and more out of you, especially since you guys are the top stars out of this TNA deal. They're like, I don't know if people know how fucking popular the Hardys are in TNA. They have lines that take about 4 hours after the event ends to deal with because they're doing autographs, and they're the last act to leave.
They're the biggest stars in TNA by far. It's not even close. So yeah, it's like they're not like this is why TNA needs to get better creative, because you can't be reliant on a broken down Jeff Hardy and Matt Hardy to be carrying the company, and they are right now.
Yeah, it's really sad, and trust me, they're going to try to get back into WWE because WWE's desperate. They will definitely bring back the Hardys for one more run. I can assure you of that.
Yeah.
But Seth Rollins, he was recently reflecting about the physical toll professional wrestling has taken on his body. And he was saying, during summer last year, I couldn't go 30 seconds without fidgeting. I was just trying different positions, and I had to jam my thumb into my neck. I mean, it was not fun. And then I had to try to go to work and wrestle and, be like normal and stuff and like that. And like the worst part was and he was saying, I couldn't play with my daughter. That really hurts me as a father. Boo-hoo. Now I can scratch my armpit and I can wash my hair. So he had greasy ass hair for a couple months. Couldn't even get Becky to wash his greasy ass hair. That's nasty, bro. Get your wife to wash your hair.
It's like, what the fuck, Becky? You can't wash his hair? Is he asking too much, of his wife? Come on.
I guess so. So yeah, he says his neck is chronically destroyed. His back is unbelievably fucked up. His knees are rustier than the Tin Man. This is 20 years of chronic wear and tear. And it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if William Regal says anything. It doesn't matter if even Triple H says anything. This guy will come back after being cleared, and he'll do the same fucking style. He will not change. He's just like Will Ospreay.
Because it's all he knows. Like, he doesn't know any other way to work. Like, this is the thing. It's like with Dragunov and all of them. It's like, this is all they know. This is the way they know how to work. They can't work safe because they don't know any other way.
It's sad, man. It really is sad that they haven't evolved, especially at that age. You're a father, and you still can't say to yourself, damn, Daniel Bryan had to slow it down because he had a kid. All these other strong style wrestlers had to slow it down when they had a kid. When am I going to slow it down? You're not invincible, bro. You are, in fact, the opposite of invincible. You are at the point where you're almost as fragile as CM Punk, and that says a lot.
Seriously, well, he's only getting older.
Right.
Like that's the problem, is that like he's maybe got 2 years left in the business.
If that. I think he's going to immediately transition into a producer after one more WrestleMania, so which is sad.
Yeah.
I don't want to see that, but I didn't even know this about Tiffany, but apparently another top-level female is hurt. So Tiffany is now ready to return from an undisclosed injury. She's expected to be featured prominently headed into WrestleMania. Who knows? They might even win the Women's Royal Rumble. I don't know. It just tells me that a lot of their top girls are fucking injured. Jade has been rumored to be wrestling with an injury. That's why she hasn't defended the title. You got Naomi out with fucking maternity leave. Bianca out with a fucking thumb injury for almost a year. And then you got, Stephanie Vaquer with the banged up ankle, still ain't fucking letting the title go because they're hurting. Stop banging up your women.
Well, he doesn't know any other way. It's like all they know is matches. Well, okay, well, when you do that, you're going to be running through a lot of those women and a lot of the men. The injuries will come for them, and they will be this is why you need to have storytelling. You need to really invest in the behind, like what Vince Russo is doing. Like, a lot of that is just, it's not wear and tear on the body. It's just backstage segments and promos.
And I would really hope that the fans, more than anything, learn, and not only the fans, but the wrestlers themselves, learn that Triple H does not have your best interests in mind. He only has his best interests in mind. He does not care about the wrestlers. You are all expendable to him. You are just pawns on the chessboard for his fucking fake imaginary battle with Tony Khan that nobody cares about but him. That's what you are to him.
There are so many people, because of the locker room and because of the bullshit, they don't see it. They don't see it like that. What they see is my boss supposedly has my back, when in reality your boss would stab you in the back if he needed to. If he needed to, he'd kick you to the curb. Look at what he did to Cross.
He doesn't care, man. And no. That's the thing too, is he lowballed Cross and said, "Hey, I'll only resign you, but not your wife, even though you were a featured attraction for the last fucking 5 years." How does that make any sense?
It doesn't. It just goes to show how not loyal Triple H is. If he really get on his bad side, he'll kick you to the curb, no problem.
he's a piece of garbage like that, man. It's sad. But I will say, though, what one company will always put over is JCW, because they're making big moves. Not necessarily the moves I want to see, but we're getting Pico. Cool.
Yay.
Awesome.
Wow. Oh, he was in the Attitude. Who cares?
Cool. All right.
Like, this is the guy we're going to get from the Attitude Era? PCO as a retarded Frankenstein? Come on.
60-year-old Canadian Frankenstein. Yay. All right, cool. Oh,
great. It's turning into Maple Leaf Pro. Yay.
And we get the Good Brothers from Maple Leaf Pro, too. Fuck yeah.
Yay. Come on, man. Like, stop fucking up JCW. You got a good thing going on right now. You don't need to add garbage into your company.
Come on, guys. We're not trying to be cruel. We're just, like, bringing some young, promising, awesome talent. That's all we want to see. We're tired of seeing guys that Triple H won't hire. I'm tired of that. I just want to see, come on, just bring in some fucking new guys. Who cares if they get pawned off? Fuck it. Let them get their reign in WWE.
And Luke Gallows and Carl Anderson, it's like, who cares about them anymore?
Nobody. Like, not even, I don't even think Scott D'Amore cares about them. I'm sorry.
No.
I mean,
really
is there talent there? Yeah, there's a little bit of talent there, but we never got to see it in WWE. We saw a little bit of it over in TNA. But it's like, if they can show us something in JCW, I'll get, you know what, let me give a little something. If they could show us something in JCW, cool. I'll give them all the credit in the world. Maybe they were just poorly presented over in WWE. Who knows?
I mean, it could be. And, you know, with Vince Russo, you give it a chance because, you know, with his creative, who knows what he could do with it. But with me, I'm going in with low expectations. I don't care. If it captivates me, if it hooks me, cool. If not,
Just being honest here, that's what we do. You know, we don't glaze over here at TWRP.
No.
But you know, they're doing a lot of glazing on the internet and doing a lot of crazy characters. So if you've heard of Mystery Wrestling, you might have heard of their newest wrestler, Cocaine Bear.
What's he gonna put it on his head? Oh no! Oh my god!
Oh my god! It's a bear!
That is the first cocaine pedigree I've ever seen in my life.
It's something.
It's something. I mean, hey, JCW, if you want another person to sign, there you go. The Cocaine Bear.
I could see them.
Cocaine
honestly,
has his own bear.
I could see them doing a co-pro with Mystery just because of how, you know, out in left field they are. You know, and JCW, they're definitely out in left field. So who knows? Mystery Wrestling might be a good company to link up with. Who knows?
Could be.
But I will say that one talent recently tried to link up to Israel, and she got shut down. We're talking about Priscilla Kelly. So she deactivated her Twitter X account over this shit. So for those that don't know, she said, hey, I'm going to Israel. She was very happy to be taking part in this event, this IPWA debut, Passover Bash. And then she got a massive amount of hate from the fans. And because, you know, she has a lot of blue-haired retarded fans, you know, she bowed down to them and she said, I made the decision to not travel to Israel for the show that was announced earlier. My intention was never to make a political statement, but to entertain those who were not tied to horrific humanitarian crisis. I do not want to be a part of this any further or give the idea that I condone the actions of the government in any way. I apologize for any harm this may have caused. I would say to all those fans, all those fucking weird Donald Trump hating fans out there, you should be banning every single show in the United States because it's run by a dictator, evil piece of garbage, quote unquote, like Donald Trump.
Right, exactly. Like, why? They're not consistent on this, are they?
They're hypocrites. They're fat retards. They should not be listened to. They should not be kowtowed to. They should not be bowed down to. I would really hope Priscilla learns from this. Don't pull a Chelsea Green. Look what happened.
Look what happened to her. I mean, seriously, like, don't be a fucking whiny bitch like she is.
That makes me sad, dude. It's because she has tried so hard to have a controversial character, and she can't even have that on the indies because of these fucking weird dipshit fans that have taken over. That they are such virtual signalers that they harass a woman to the point that she deletes her X account. For shame.
Like, this just goes to show who has the power in wrestling, and it ain't the wrestlers; it's the fucking marks.
They
have all the power.
They let them have the power.
Well, and now they're being, you know, beaten into submission by these assholes. They have the power now. All the people that jerk off to matches, who want nothing but matches, who want to turn every wrestling company into some form of New Japan. This is who has hijacked the industry and killed it, and this is who Priscilla Kelly is catering to. They're all the same.
Yeah,
they're all these psychotic liberal leftist idiots.
Especially since we like Priscilla, man. It's a very hard pill to swallow. But this is something that I had a very hard time digesting. You might too, viewer discretion advised. This is Bushwhacker Luke tapping into his inner Rikishi. I don't think I can ever say another nice things about the Bushwhackers ever again, man. They're banned now.
Nah. I mean, you do that shit. Nah, you can't. Come on, what are you doing? You're ruining your legacy by showing your ass in a brewery and rubbing it in some guy's head. What are you doing? No, don't do that.
I don't know who the fuck paid him to do that, but shame on you for paying that man to disgrace his legacy. I know he's hurt, man. He's got to buy his fucking moonshine, damn it. But this is not the way. It's fucked up.
No, find another like honestly, sucking dicks in an alleyway would be more. It would have you'd be able to have more pride in that than that.
More dignity.
More dignity.
Somebody who has no dignity on Old School Road Stories is CJ Perry. So she says that Vince McMahon and Johnny Ace personally rehearsed her Dolph Ziggler kiss scene backstage. So during her appearance on Ring the Bell, Perry talked about the preparation for her infamous on-screen kiss with Dolph Ziggler. While the segment was already controversial for WWE TV, what happened before the cameras rolled may have been even more surreal. As she tells it, Vince McMahon didn't just give direction, he acted the whole scene out in front of her, Rusev and Johnny Ace. Gets better. So, let me get the quote here, sorry.
We had to practice sitting in front of him, Johnny Ace and Rusev, and yes, we had to practice kissing. It was a room as big as this, maybe half the size, and Johnny Ace and Vince are showing us how to do it. They made out with each other. You know, they don't go all the way to kissing, but they go really close, like all the way. We're giggling. I was giggling so hard at Vince and Johnny Ace doing this. So close. I thought it was so hysterical.
God damn it, John, kiss me harder. Get French kiss, add some tongue.
I'm trying. I keep on throwing up.
I said do it better. Or you're fired.
Let me swallow down the verb. All right, let's try it again.
Kiss me, you bitch. Kiss me. Yeah. So that's what you're going to do. You're just going to say, kiss me, yeah.
Did he have Kiss Me by Sixpence None the Richer playing in the background?
Well, of course he did. He's a McMahon.
But Vince wasn't breaking character. The moment clicked for her, shifting her mindset completely. She mentioned that she and Rusev saw the performance as part of their job.
He's like, CJ, we're all professionals here. That's when I knew. Grow up, CJ. Even if you're having a hard time with Rusev in the corner jacking off, don't sell it. You're a professional. I'm a professional dancer, actress, porn actress. Rusev is a professional. He takes acting classes. He's been in movies, a lot of cuck ones. So we knew that was the job.
Oh, we know where he takes it, right?
You know what? If you're ever wondering what the cuck chair is for, they just call it the Rusev chair backstage. It's been renamed.
It's been renamed because after the stories came out, you just had to do it.
That's the way it is, man. So somebody who had to put somebody in the timeout chair in a very violent way is Booker T when he's talking about Batista. He didn't pick a fight with Batista, but he did finish it. He said, "There's a story going around about the scuffle me and Batista got into back in the day at the SummerSlam shoot in L.A. I remember doing an interview. It was just testosterone. Men get into it. They fight, If I saw Batista today, I'd go up and give him a hug and say, man, you're a pretty bald-headed woman. And I ask him, hey, man, you want to go out for a date? Sharmella don't know. She don't have to know. Keep it on the down low. So first of all, I didn't pick the fight, but I finished it." Good for him, man.
Good for him. I mean, Booker T, he's being honest. He's admitting that he found him, as a bald-headed woman, and, they cheated on Charmel. But you know what? At least he was honest about it.
Hey, it happens to the best of them. I mean, look at all of them. Look at that one guy from Different Strokes. Did you see his wife? Ugh.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah. The dude, looked like Brian Unger. That's all I can say. Okay, so let's go ahead and show you this old school promo. So this is the Doc talking some shit on Hulk Hogan.
Next time I was in San Francisco, I went downtown looking for a woman. You know what I mean? I wanted a woman. I couldn't find no woman. I found a lot of men that look like women. Now you, Hulk Hogan, you belong in San Francisco. What's wrong with you, Gene? I'm telling you like it is, baby. You belong in San Francisco. That's your kind of place. That's your kind of people, because you've never had a woman, baby.
Gene couldn't hold himself in.
Jesus.
Schultz was just cracking him up like crazy. So, dude, yeah,
not a bright man.
not a bright man, but damn, is he entertaining? You can't deny that.
Yeah, he's as entertaining as he is stupid. So, you know,
sometimes stupidity makes for great entertainment, you know. So, I mean, such is the case with this story right here. It's so stupid, it's actually true. I didn't know this. But apparently, Nacho Libre was based on a real story. So, Father Sergio Gutierrez Benitez was a Mexican priest who secretly became a masked professional wrestler at night so he could support a children's orphanage. Now, usually we would hate on lucha wrestling, but you know what? If you're supporting an orphanage, cool, man. You know, it's almost like this was like the character concept for King, you know, from Tekken. When you really think about it, it's like wow, you know.
Yeah, kind of. Yeah. That's cool to hear that. You know, he used that fucking boring art form to, you know, do some good.
Yeah, you know, we got a halfway decent comedy out of it, so it all worked out. So, you know.
Yeah.
But somebody who got fucked over by NXT, and I would have never figured this with how much Triple H featured him on every fucking NXT episode that we watched. Talking about Danny Burch. So he said that I reached out to Shawn Michaels because I had developed a really bad problem with alcohol. Real bad problem. And I reached out because I thought in my moment of need and want and help, I thought, well, you know, Shawn went through this maybe, and I texted him and I explained the situation. He went,
oh, well, I don't deal with that, so here's a phone number. Call him and tell him you work for the company, but you'll probably have to pay for it.
What a dick.
God.
What a dick, dude. Oh, my God.
Gee, wow, that is unbelievable that you had people in WWE treating former like Danny Burch was you know, you had fans jerking off to him back in the day because he had the work. Yeah, all the time because he had the work rate. Like, this is how you're going to treat Danny Burch? Come on.
Well, that's the thing, too, with what Danny Burch did for the company and how much he broke his fucking body, especially in old school NXT, you don't repay him that way. I thought that was very fucked up. But if anything, this shows you exactly what we were talking about earlier on in the program. Triple H does not give a fuck who you are. You are expendable to him. He will fucking throw you down in the fucking ground, put you down in the trash, and forget about you, just like he did with Danny Burch, just like he did with Oney Lorcan. Where are they now? Where's fucking Cassius Ohno? Where's all of these fucking NXT Black and Gold originals that he featured on every single episode?
Where's Johnny Gargano? Look at how he's being used on the main roster.
Tommaso Ciampa looking to be released here soon. So yeah, no, he's not looking after his boys who really broke their fucking necks and backs for him, which is just and even got crippling addictions because of him.
Well, this should be a cautionary tale to Seth Rollins. You know why? Because his whole thing with Good Morning America or Football America, whatever the fuck it is, Good Morning Football, whatever it is, it's not going to last. Like, as soon as he's out of WWE, they're not going to fucking keep him. No, Seth Rollins is boring as fuck. They're not going to keep him. So my point, just real quick, I'm so sorry.
Sure,
so my point about all this is that, like, you banging up your body, you're not going to be able to go back to that fucking big money that you were getting at WWE when you can't go anymore. Because what, is Seth going to go into acting? He can't act.
Nah, I think he's really hoping, for whatever reason, he's really hoping he could get that football job or even a producer job in WWE. As long as Triple H is there, he might. But, you know, he recently had a story to share. He was talking about how Stone Cold Steve Austin has been an aphrodisiac to him.
Stone Cold is the reason I have a daughter. What? Yeah. All right. Flashback. In March 2020, everybody knows COVID shuts down the world, right? Yeah. First show in WWE post-COVID, post-shutdown, 316 Raw. Customary for somebody to drink with Stone Cold in the ring. At the time, hottest thing in professional wrestling, my lovely, incredible wife, the man, Becky Lynch. She happened to break open 1, 2, 3, 4 cold ones with Stone Cold at the end of Raw. And that night, she was like, you know what? I think it's time I take some time off to have a baby. Don't know if she'd have made that decision if it wasn't for Stone Cold Steve Austin. So absolutely, hell yeah, slam I'm back. Thanks, Steve-O. You the man.
Peter, is that the answer you thought you were going to get when you teed that up?
You're going to procreate because Stone Cold said
That's
so.
right,
He said the
sir.
word raw, so we're good.
How bad is it?
Jesus.
How bad is it that he had to get her stone cold drunk just so she could let him impregnate her?
That's pretty fun. Like, the only way that she can get pregnant is by getting fucking drunk, and we doubt that she even got pregnant. Who knows what really happened?
Yeah.
Who knows?
Who was carrying the baby, you know?
Just he scared the baby. But like, listening to that piece of shit his performance on that show. Oh yeah, he's gonna last real long on that show.
They were loving him for whatever reason. I don't know why, but he's absolutely awful at his job.
They do that for everybody they bring on. They fake love everybody.
Oh, that's so great. That's adorable, man. I'm so glad that they can treat him like a king, even though he's a pauper. But let's go ahead and talk about his wife, which, wears the pants. So Becky went ahead and said, I said it before and I'll say it again. Sports Illustrated says it. They are totally obsessed with me. Because WWE pays them off. Come on.
Yeah, they get paid to fucking put you over. Come on. Like, you really think you're that over to the fucking mainstream, Becky? Come on.
She really thinks she's all that in a bag of chips. And she even apparently now has Pete Rosenberg ejected from the arena anytime she wrestles. So now, in her last title match, she had this fucking bald-headed dork ejected from the arena.
Okay, that's one good move right there. Okay, thank you, Becky, for doing that.
Yeah. It just says you don't cross Becky Lynch. She was joking around about banning Pete Rosenberg. She came through with it.
Good. That's one good thing that she's done. Now, if she could ban all the fans in the arena, and hey, there you go.
Baby steps. We'll get there. So let's talk about the Bella Twins, who they love lying more than anybody, more than CM Punk. The Bella Twins consume alcohol. They said, we actually do not drink a lot. We're all about moderation. Who the fuck you think you're kidding?
Please, come on. Moderation. Who are they kidding? Come on.
Dude,
We've seen how fucking slosh brained they are. Come on.
They make Britt Baker look like a lightweight, just saying.
Yeah. I mean, like, Britt Baker looks at them as like, holy shit, that's what I don't want to become.
Dude, her liver just fucking twinges with swollen pain just looking at these two. But somebody who I twinge in pain to when I watch her is Blake Monroe. She said, when you're as talented as I am, people don't always know what to do with you. In other words, throwing a back-ass reply towards NXT for not bringing her up to the main roster. You did this all with your big-ass mouth and your fucking ego. This woman
and you're botching.
She cannot shut the fuck up, whether it be in the ring or on social media. That's why you're stuck there.
Like, oh, God.
She would have been brought up if she didn't. I'm just saying.
Nah, I mean, she may have been brought up. I mean, but, who knows? With her, running her mouth like this, it ain't helping.
No, she needs to really humble herself. You're not as great as you think you are. Let's put it that way. But, yeah. Byron had to get humbled by JBL. So Byron said, text me when you get a chance, John. Let's catch up. JBL says, did not block you. And then Tires is like, I know I blocked him.
Hey, that's one good thing they've done, yeah.
Yeah, it's something. Let's go ahead and talk about Chelsea Green, who had a whole lot of marking to do. Like, this woman just went overboard with the markery. I don't get it, man. So she says she hates the guys. She says her goal is to make everyone feel welcome in the locker room, but she doesn't give a flying fuck about the guys. My goal in the industry is to make everyone feel welcome if you have a vagina, but if you have a dick, fuck you. What a great person.
Yeah, what a great person. By the way, isn't her husband in the male locker room? Huh?
Well, maybe he has a pussy. We don't know. Who knows?
Ah, there you go.
But she at least helps people. If you have a pussy, she'll try to get you a job in WWE. She's been handing out cards trying to get all her friends jobs. But, if you're not Matt Cardona, Triple H doesn't give a shit. He's already got enough females. He's good.
No, he's good. And he's got a huge pipeline of them coming from NXT. Like, that's the thing. It's like, they don't know that they're replaceable.
Absolutely. But Chelsea had this to say. She says she felt that a lot of WWE locker room politics and toxic fan narratives need to be called out. So to start it off, she was doing this interview with Shaq Wrestling and said, well, I think there are some people that can't do that. There are some people that they think that they could get to the top. You have to step on people. She explained, referencing a conversation she had with Bianca Belair. In fact, the people at the top should be reaching down and holding your hand and pulling you up there and elevating you. That's the whole point of being a top girl. You didn't get there because you stepped on all the little people to get to the top. We get you to the top. We're all pulling you up one by one and elevating you. Well, the reason why they don't want to elevate you, Chelsea, is because you're a whiny bitch. Come on.
Seriously, like this is just, it's just going to show that Tessa was right all along about you. I mean, no, I would even add that we were also right too, because we've been calling her a fucking whiny bitch for years, that she fucking, like, why do you need to say this? Why do you need to put the locker room, like, who the fuck do you think you are to be putting the locker room on blast like that?
Exactly. I mean, she's lucky to have a job there. She's lucky her husband got hired. She should be even more grateful and shut the fuck up even more than ever. But, you know, a lot of the women in wrestling don't do this. They get even louder. She said, you have to create a reason for creative to write you in that storyline, to put you in a match, to add you to the pre-tape, she said. That's what I knew coming back. I wanted to make sure I was undeniable. I'm not saying I'm the best wrestler. You aren't. But I'm saying I am going to make sure that you give me something. I'm always going to give my best to have people talk about it. Nobody's talking about Chelsea at all. That's why she's going to work in fucking Mexico shows. She's getting loaned out like fucking Motor City machine guns. Come on.
She really is, man. And that's the thing, is like I think, and that's why she's whining. I think she sees the road that she's going down, booking wise. And I think I think she's coming to the awareness of she's pretty much done in WWE. And so she's just venting on the roster, on the locker room, and on everybody. Like, this is not what you typically see from people that feel happy where they are.
She's lucky she got called up from NWA, to be quite honest.
Right. Seriously, no, she really is.
She said, oh, there's really a spot for everyone. We can make room for everyone at the top, she said. There's this weird culture surrounding wins and losses right now. Fans are really hyper-focused on, like, if you lose, you're a jobber. If you lose, you're being buried. And if you win, you're XYZ. And that's not true. Well, I'm glad, you believe the lies that Papa H tells you. Do you believe in Santa Claus as well? Do you believe in the Easter Bunny? Because it's the same fucking shit.
I mean, it is. Like, and I think I think all of them know. I believe that every wrestler on that main roster knows just how full of shit Triple H is. I think they know. And I think they're just scared to say anything. I think she was scared for a while, but maybe for some reason she feels like, what do I got to lose? Who knows?
Could be. She finished it up by saying, just because LeBron's team, sometimes loses, it doesn't make him a big loser. He's still the best. I don't give a shit about basketball, but who are you to compare yourself to LeBron?
Chelsea's she's a mid-carder. She's a mid-carder at best. She's not a top carder at all.
The hell, the fucking delusion of this woman. It's crazy. Her response to WWE is this: Unreal critics, pulling the curtain back is progressing forward.
No, it's not.
No, it's not. The fucking bullshit that these wrestlers think they have to say to get on Triple H's good side is motherfucking insane. This right here is complete delusion. This right here, you're saying what you're saying just to get in the good graces of Triple H. I'm so tired of the ass-kissing culture. And one thing you saw on Unreal that was blatant, even Michael Cole said, oh, you come over here to kiss my ass again? They left that shit on camera, dude, on Unreal. That tells you how much of a fucking leech she is.
She's a big time. Well, and then here's the thing. Okay, let's take a look at what Chelsea just said. So, saying WWE Unreal critics, right? Pulling back the curtain is progressing forward. Well, let's take a look at that. Okay, so WWE did that last year. What happened? What happened to the ratings for Raw on Netflix? Yeah,
off a cliff.
You can't completely kill kayfabe. Like, you got to have a story to believe in to keep tuning in week after week after week. You can't just, like, admit that, oh, yeah, it's all fucking bullshit. You can't do that. 'Cause you did, and look what happened.
Tanked both Raw and SmackDown with that show. It really helped towards the turbo cancer that WWE has right now. It's not a good thing, but Chelsea's going to say what she feels she needs to say to get a push or even be featured on TV, which is disgusting. Just lies for camera time at this point. So Cody Rhodes, ever the dork that he is, he had to give What Culture a shout out. This is the guy who they want to keep as the world champion, by the way. A guy shouting out What Culture, one of the biggest detriments in the IWC.
Yeah, it's disgusting what he's doing. And Cody knows what he's doing. Cody, like he's like all of them, they're all backstabbing snakes. They all he knows what he's doing when he's doing that. Because now what he's trying to do is reignite that passionate fan response to force him into the main event again.
He knows what he's doing. He's greasing the right wheels, and he knows that culture are some of the biggest wheels to grease out there, which is gross. I mean, even then, they've lost a lot of viewers over the year because even they are admitting that Triple H sucks as a booker. So good luck on that, buddy. But I will say, though, that Cornette had this to say about, Seth Rollins. He wanted to respond to Seth Rollins saying that he hates him, so this is what he said.
I'm trying to find the quote here. It said, where's the quote? Oh, so he said that. Where's the quote?
He said that what he said was to placate Becky Lynch. And then it's both paragraphs. If you just want me to say it, I can say it.
Yeah, go for it. Yeah.
Yeah, sure. He said what he said to placate Becky Lynch, who's still wounded, I'm sure, about what I had said about their spawn. So he's talking shit about their kid. But then he said nice things about me. But I do agree with him. Vince Russo's not entertaining, and I am. Lie. So, see, we found common ground again. I love Seth. What a talent he is. Gross. He's tremendous. And yes, he's correct. I wasn't continue to be very entertaining. Nah, you're in your twilight, buddy. Do you really think he hates you? I don't think so. I think that if we were in the same room together and he had a blunt instrument in his hand, I don't believe that he would really cave my skull in. I think there would be other people standing in line to do that well before Seth Rollins.
Oh, God.
Why is he so obsessed with death? Why are all liberals obsessed with death? So weird.
Like, he's so violent. I just don't understand like why he's like always starting to kill people and like I'm gonna fucking kill you. I just don't understand that.
Very fucked in the head, man. Please go get therapy. Good Lord. Anyways, let's talk about somebody who definitely needs therapy. Dave Meltzer. So Dave Meltzer was talking about El Grande Americano. Not one of our favorite characters, but this way I'd say, this is the worst gimmick ever in WWE history. Yeah, sure, he's over in Mexico, maybe even in America, but people are demanding more of him, but it's just not working. I would say to him, I agree with you, Dave, but you got to realize that the statement that you made is unbelievably contradictory and makes no sense.
Exactly.
I'm just saying. We agree. It's just that was word salad right there.
Word salad, but I mean, is it? But I mean, is it a bad gimmick? Yeah, but is it the worst ever?
No,
I don't know. Come on, probably not. Like I would say, Hornswoggle was probably worse.
Triple H when he was doing the Katie Vick Kane gimmick. There's a lot of gobbledygook or Bastion Booger. There's a lot of awful gimmicks out there. So, but he's saying that business for AEW is up almost 100%. He said, every survey I've seen and one we recently did indicated roughly double, 80% up and 100% up. Okay, so he's talking about Wrestling Observer Live and Fightful being up.
Oh, okay.
I still think that's a fucking lie. 100% up. No, dude, you're lying. You're lying. You know you're lying.
No, he's sort of lying. Because if he's talking about AEW, my God, you just look at the attendances for these recent shows. That company's going down. That's in flames. It's fucking sinking.
Oh, but he had this to say about the Max numbers. So Mike was saying the number of TNT subs is closer to 60 million. Figure a 5% decline a year, and your data is from 2023. HBO Max adds 54 million homes. Factor it at most 25%. Max at last word was in 58 million homes. About 38 million don't get TBS and about 20 million do. They earn more homes than Peacock and 50 to 20 times more than ESPN Unlimited, but less than Netflix. But that's the thing. It doesn't matter, like we said before, just like with TNA on AMC. It doesn't matter how many homes you're in. It matters how fucking hot your product is. And both of them are dead.
Yeah, and both of them are dead. I mean, and that's the thing is like, look at AEW 2 years ago and look at them now. Is that all streaming cord cutting? No.
He doesn't get it, man. He doesn't get it. But he's saying that Observer fans are more well-read and better knowledgeable than anybody else. So Suzuki said, I hate WWE, but I see where he's coming from. Wrestling in general is way more enjoyable when you're not thinking about TK and Triple H the whole time. They said, Observer readers stay fans and much deeper fans than those who don't read. Real World fans say the opposite. I know I wouldn't enjoy a 10% of what I do without the info, just as I wouldn't enjoy any other sport as much by not reading about it. Can't you just keep up with it by watching it?
Right. That's what a lot of people do, That's what at least, roughly 1 million people do with SmackDown,
I'm sure even Dave does. I don't think he watches everything WWE.
No, not at all. Now, is it true that, like, if you're reading in it, like, it's what Dave is probably saying here, and I would even agree with it, is that his fans are the diehard, like, in the bubble marks. Yeah, they're going to be
smartest.
No, they're just the most passionate about wrestling. Like, they're passionate enough to pay this idiot $12 a month for bullshit that he makes up.
A lot of it gets debunked, I'm just saying. So,
yeah.
So Tribal Chief had replayed a clip that we made fun of a lot with Triple H saying, "That'll sound offensive. I wish I could tell people, fuck off being a critic, be a fan." And Dave said, "You always use real-world analogies. The cook at the restaurant says, I wish I could tell people not to talk about how the food tastes. Just eat it. If it sounds silly in real-world settings, Shetty is just so silly."
Hey, I agree with Dave. I agree with Dave 100%.
I do too.
Like, don't say that about your product. Hey, if you're not a fan, fuck off. No. I'm allowed to watch something or be a fan of it and criticize it, Triple H. God, they're so fucking... I hate veteran wrestlers who get into creative because they get so fucking sensitive. Oh, you don't like my idea? How dare you? I'm a veteran wrestler who has 30 years of experience in the business. Therefore, I'm God.
Well, especially the ego on Triple H. It's bigger
Seriously,
than
yeah.
It's bigger than CM Punk at this point, and that says a lot.
It does. It just goes to show how fucking out of touch and crazy Triple H is. Your ideas are not good. The products are fucking nosediving. SmackDown, Raw, they're nosediving. And they don't care. They don't care because as long as there's enough and business is good and things are fine, he's going to be there. But when business goes down, he'll get kicked to the curb. TKO will have no problem kicking Triple H to the curb. They don't care. They're loyal to the dollar, not this fucking big-nosed idiot.
You can only hope, man. But I will say, though, that Dave was talking about the ratings. Daniel was saying, also equally insane is people caring about wrestling ratings. Dave said, "If you want to understand business and business moves, you have to study them. Nick Khan did 2 weeks ago listed them as the number one of the big three metrics he cares about. Tony Khan would say the same given the majority of his revenue comes from that. Now, if you don't care about business and business moves of the future of companies, then you have no reason to care about ratings."
Dave, your good old buddy, old pal, Tony Khan, doesn't seem to be caring about the ratings because AEW is consistently getting under 600,000 viewers.
He's not going to talk about that, though. He has a gag order on that, it seems. But Dave had one final thing to say about Trick Williams.
You know, Trick isn't that good. That's the reality. He's got incredible charisma, but you put him in a main event match. Granted, he did look really good against Isla, but Isla's one of those people that gives you a false perception of the ability of the other person. It's like wrestling Ric Flair or it's the tag team wrestling the Young Bucks. You always look better.
How dare you, Dave? How fucking dare you compare that fucking Pidgeotto-haired dork who can't fucking sell shit to Ric Flair?
Wow.
Motherfucker, how dare you?
Yeah, but he's got the grabs, you know. Trick's just, you know, he's just a fucking roid head coming in, thinking he's good on the mic. That shit don't matter.
Fuck you, Dave Meltzer. Fuck off. You motherfucker, you are largely responsible for wrestling being where it is now. Where all these fucking idiot marks are like, oh, if Dave said, therefore it's gotta be true. Let's hijack every show and force it to be long matches. Yeah, that's a good idea. I'm a real wrestling fan.
It's terrible, man. I can't believe this is where we're at. But his buddy Tony is very optimistic about 2026. This is his thoughts on 2026.
AEW is going to have a great 2026. I'm very, very excited about the things we're doing. We're making forward-looking moves, and I have plans to grow the business in a major way, domestically and internationally. And I'm really very excited. I thought we had a great 2025. We won a lot of the top awards in wrestling.
I'm gonna do it by teaming up with all the indies and giving you even more lucha bullshit and a brand new, never before seen 25-man tag team match. And I'll even make the White Castle title a thing.
He probably will, dude. Honestly, I've seen indie companies do that shit. Like, they'll get a sponsorship and they'll make a title of it. I can see a White Castle title. I'm not even joking. I think that's spot on.
Absolutely, and I just think that's where they're going to go in this year. I think they're just going to tie more and more at the hip with these companies and advertisements, and you're just going to get ad fucked like you are in WWE and now in TNA. So,
yeah, it's coming.
That's Tony's brilliant idea.
That's the thing that they don't understand is as wrestling dies, that's why it's being more ad fucked is because they got to make up their money somehow. And they look at it, hey, you know, that's a fucking 2 or 3 hour block of ad space that I can use. That's how they're looking at wrestling now.
Yeah, and that's what they're doing. And you see even Tony Khan going down that road. It's unfortunate because it's really going to fucking ruin his ratings, or it's at the very least not going to help. Everything is just going to go down, man, in 2026.
It really will. It's sad. So Deonna Purrazzo, she was very upset. She said, hey, someone Photoshop in the pure title ASAP for me. And Elite D says, Grok's a thing now. And she replied, this app is filled with disgusting, perverted people. I have Grok disabled and the ability for others to manipulate my photos with Grok turned off too.
Oh, go fuck yourself, Deanna Perrazzo. My God, you fucking sensitive fat bitch. Fuck you.
1.3K likes. Get rid of these fucking sensitive pussy-ass fans, dude. I'm so tired of them.
God, how's Ring of Honor treating you? How's being in the fucking witness protection program of wrestling treating you? No one fucking watches it. No one sees it.
And this woman was a part of Black and Gold back in the day. Triple H's Black and Gold. She actually had a prominent spot. Even he didn't see the big deal about her and let her go. TNA let her go. AEW is about to let her go.
Honestly, Deanna Perrazzo is going to be available like for indie bookings pretty soon, honestly. Or she already is, but what I'm saying is she's going to be let go from AEW. I completely agree with you on that. Because even Tony has no use for her. What the fuck is use for her? She's going to have fucking roly-poly fat fuck matches in Ring of Honor? Who cares? Who cares?
Oh, but she's the wrestling virtuoso. Why would you not want to watch her? Well, that's it. When your gimmick is I'm female Johnny Gargano, when there's already Candice LeRae, you're fucked.
She's like just a chunky female Johnny Gargano that whines a lot. Yeah, she's like the fucking work rate bullshit of Johnny Gargano. You mix it with the whiny bullshit of Chelsea Green, and like mix it with like a fat bitch, and you just get it all in one.
You know what I would have her? I would give her a gimmick where she comes down to the ring wearing a half shirt and pajama pants with like one hand like eating ice cream and the other hand crying into the microphone. I deserve this shot! Why aren't you giving me the shot? She's just like eating ice cream, getting it all over her half shirt, showing off that big ass belly. I think there's money in that.
Every time she loses a match, just brings out like the fucking big tub of ice cream, like the 5-gallon one, like eating it.
Deanna, just please have more of a sense of humor. This is hurting you.
This happens with disgusting perverted people.
Then why are you on it, dumb bitch? Why?
The world may never know. Let's put it like that.
Right.
So Finn Balor said, oh man, they grow up so fast. So yeah, Punk went from being a skinny little kid with chops to being a grizzled old meth head. Amazing transformation, and Finn stayed the same. Crazy. Is he a vampire? What's the deal with this guy?
Maybe he is. Maybe he's a gay vampire. Who knows?
Dude, he does not fucking age. He's 45 years old. I think this motherfucker, he's draining veins.
Instead of draining drains for blood, we know which veins he's draining. We know what he's going for. It's sticky.
We always
smells like fish.
Well, we always called him Flu Baylor back in NXT because it looked like he had a flu. Maybe that's he just doesn't get sunlight because he has to be in a casket all day. Who knows?
Could be. It could very well be.
Who knows? But all I know is Jackie, she wants an abusive boyfriend, damn it. At least that's what she's trying to say here. So she said that she wishes that superstars would yell and get in her face and spit in it more during interviews. She was like, I want them to be mean to me. I actually really want that. Please be a dick. Please be a jerk to me. Just interview CM Punk every time, then you'll be good. But here's the thing. She's that's the thing is you're too attractive and you're too cool. You have to be a stupid, fat, ugly bitch. So I would just say gain about 40 pounds. Maybe slather some bacon grease on your face to get some zits, and then like get rid of your tits, and just be an asshole to everybody. And there you go. Boom. Get your wish.
Boom.
There's this Triple H. We got to talk about this edit going on. So Ash Stabbeth was saying they edited out the part where Rock says you're half gay anyway about Triple H. I'm not joking. They actually edited out the part where The Rock straight up calls Triple H a bisexual. This is how petty Triple H is.
That's unbelievable. Wow. I mean, it just goes to show how fucking petty he is. Like, we're so right about this guy. It blows my mind how right we've been about Triple H every step of the way.
Yeah, and we try not to be. We're just speaking the real, and this shit happens, man. And here's the thing, too, is like you really think about it. I mean, you get that one part where Bret Hart was calling him and Shawn Michaels a bunch of homos, and he's like, I'm not a homo. He let that get it. He let that get out there. And then there was the time when he was like talking about, oh, I'm a bisexual on commentary. They leave that in. Yet when The Rock says it, it's bad. What the fuck?
Seriously, it's such bullshit. He's such a fucking petty bitch. Leave it in there. And here's the thing. It's still going to be around.
Oh, yeah.
Like, you could delete it off the fucking official platform, but it's still going to be around.
I control the narrative. I'm rewriting history in my big-nosed image. I'm really stupid. I don't know what the Streisand effect is. I just know I look like her.
So, let's talk about this genius, unbelievable scholar known as Julian Weeks. So he's talking about the cultaholic rumor that we talked about earlier about an emphasis on black males and bodybuilders at the tryouts, because of criticism that he received. So Julian said there was a focus on black males due to criticism. So is that what he was doing in 2021 too? As if they ever stopped recruiting black males. The PC is full of black male prospects and 3 just got called up. Dave has zero shame. I would say to you, Julian, how many of those call-ups are on the main roster? I would say that. Number 2, how many of those call-ups are world champions or became main event level stars? And how many of those people that got to the BC, how many of them are still there after 3 years?
What the fuck happened to Percy Watkins? Remember that guy?
Got rid of him like nothing. I mean, granted, he was an announcer or commentator or whatever. They're expendable. But no, when a guy like Triple H gets rid of a great talent like Rick Boogs and just leaves him to bodybuilding, that tells you how bad of an eye of talent he has. It's awful. But yet Julian Weeks gets something out of sticking up for this fucking idiot. I don't know what it is.
What he feels like he's probably trying to stay in good with him, or maybe trying to suck dick to get a job. He's not going to hire you, Julian. Like, he doesn't care. Well, and the thing I'd point out to Julian, the question I'd ask him is, how many black male world champions have there been in the past 3 years? Go ahead. Triple H is full creative control. How many?
I mean, not only that, but even look at how many black individuals are allowed on creative. He just recently rehired Ryan Ward.
Mm-hmm.
He does not like any black people. This is just what we can see. This is with our own eyes. He does not like black people on creative. He does not like featuring black males in a position of power at any point on the roster. I can guarantee you Trick Williams will lose the tournament. There's no question about that in my mind. Obafemi won't have the best presentation. He may get a title push. Don't expect him to be a world title contender. At least not under Triple H. Get rid of...
hopes up.
Look at what happened to Street Profits. How long have people been calling Montez Ford one of those guys who should be champion? How long have they been saying that? For like at least 4 years now.
Yeah, long time now. And he did nothing. He just does nothing with them. Now, who knows? Like, maybe he's going through an injury. Who knows? I don't know. But you could see the booking clearly. That it took all this... And notice, he only put a title on Carmelo after there was intense criticism for how he treats black male wrestlers.
This is what he does. This is what he did actually with Naomi in the title. He was getting criticism at the time for not rewarding black athletes, so he put a title on Naomi just to kind of shut everybody up. He does this. Notice it's never a big title. Notice it's never going to be the title. Just notice that, please.
It's usually never the title, but what we're talking about black male talents are who we're talking about. He'll put titles on like Bianca Belair or
women.
Jade Cargill. Women, yeah. Black men, on the other hand,
Well, that's what the article focused on is criticism of black male talent not being utilized. Look at the history. That's all you have to prove.
It's right there. Just all you have to do is just look and pay attention, and not try to suck Triple H's dick for a job like Julian Weeks.
Dude, he doesn't want his own version of Will Washington. Please give it up. Just please give it up.
No, he's happy with who he has right now.
Absolutely.
But I'll say this: I have been noticing Bruce Pritchard getting back into podcasting. So who knows?
I think Bruce is trying to grease his landing run out of there, as easy as possible without pissing people off. That's what I think. But, JD saw that Santos Escobar came to AAA and he said, fuck yeah!
And his fucking 4 IQ asshole followers were like, yeah, let's hijack every show and force that into the main event. Fuck.
JD, your love of fucking Mexican dudes, I don't know if it's some prison fetish or whatever, it's ruining pro wrestling, bro. Everybody's fucking love of lucha is gonna fucking kill American pro wrestling. Why are you letting something so fucking niche take over something that inspired the whole fucking world in sports entertainment? What the fuck is the matter with you lazy retards? I'm talking to the bookers.
They're and that's exactly what it is. It's lazy. It allows them to be lazy because they don't have to think about storylines or promos or any of that bullshit. For them, all they have to do is just put on long matches. Put these two flippy flop lucha guys. Put them in a 20-minute match. Who gives a fuck? You know.
Triple H doesn't understand featuring guys like Pentagon and Dragon Lee against your top stable. That's not what people want to tune into Raw for. Luchadors are active, like, ratings killers. They always have been. With the exception of Rey Mysterio, every single fucking luchador is a ratings killer. Nobody gives a shit about him. I don't even consider Dominic a luchador. At least he tries to do sports entertainment.
He's not a lucha. A lucha wears a mask and a cape and flips and flops around a ring. Dominic doesn't do that.
It's just, this is what has overtaken pro wrestling. A company that WWE bought out has overtaken pro wrestling. What the fuck?
Yeah, it's what the fuck is like the right way to put it. It's bullshit. It really is. And it's such a shame that this genre of wrestling has become the dominant style. Like, it's pretty much all you see now. Even the white wrestlers do the fucking lucha. All of them, white, black, Asian, Samoan, they all do the fucking lucha bullshit. The flips and flops, the tope suicidas, like all that shit. It's all the same.
I would love to see one wrestler that just doesn't do any of that shit. Just be a brawler. Be a powerhouse. Anything but lucha at this point. We're so fucking tired of lucha overtaking everything. But somebody that JD loves is Johnny Gargano, who said, he's hungry. He's just trying to eat some rice and then maybe interview some people. This is uncalled for. I'm sorry, Byron. You should tell all your media friends to blast him and report that masked idiot to TR. I think you mean HR, you fucking retard, but whatever.
Close enough, Johnny.
Close enough. So yeah, Axiom was trying to like show Byron's butt to everybody because they're all gay weirdos back there. You know how it goes. So, speaking of though, check out Kit Wilson's awesome diva title.
I hate this guy. Just get
sucks.
him.
Bro. Oh my god, he fucking sucks. Please go off. Tell the fans. Let them know.
With Kit Wilson, right? There's nothing special there at all. He's not a great promo. He's not that great in the ring. He just looks really, really, really gay. Now, hey, if that's your thing, whatever. But you can't hijack an entire show and force that onto us. Kit Wilson should not be on the fucking main roster. His fucking douchebag partner is gone, out with an injury. Send him with him. Send the gay lovers out of the company. What are they adding to the company other than pissing real wrestling fans off?
Oh, but they get pops in London over the loudspeakers.
Of course, because they'll fucking clap to gay sex in a ring. Those fucking weird Eurosmarks. They fucked him in the yacht.
It's about the match, guys.
That's funny. A man getting fucked in the ring.
Oh, my boner is funny too.
I hate these fucking Eurosmarks. They love this shit. They soak it up. They want fucking seconds. No, get this shit off the TV. Let's go back to the Attitude Era.
This guy, I guarantee you, when they get off the Euro Tour, he's going to get dead reactions. He's going to go back to being a fucking jobber. I hate the fact that WWE is trying to force him down our throats with even like that 4-hour looping video on YouTube of his fucking gay-ass theme song. Nobody wants to see that shit.
No, and I'm seeing more and more Sparks putting him over, unfortunately. Why?
Because he's gay.
Is Bruce putting him over?
He's gay and British. That's all you need.
That's all you need.
Yeah.
There it is.
There it is. So let's go ahead and talk about Mark Henry. He had to open up about Hulk Hogan refusing to give a proper apology for racist comments.
Oh, God.
So here's what he had to say.
I said, what the hell? What's the deal? He said he was upset. So is the whole thing a quote?
Oh, no. He said, what with the deal? He said he was upset. He don't want to hear about his daughter having sex with nobody. I was mad. I was half drunk and I was acting like a tough guy and I embarrassed myself. So I guess he's doing Hogan's voice. So his whole thing out of all of this is that he says there's a lot of people that still love Hogan. They just want to hear him apologize. And he said, well, I've been advised by a lawyer not to do that. Mark said that's a bad decision to, disagree with the lawyer. So Hogan said, yeah, I was like, man, look, you're not a tough guy. I said, stop playing the role. Mark said, why? You value Hulk Hogan so much that Terry Bollea got to suffer. And he just dropped his head and wouldn't look at me. And I said, listen, man, I'm telling you it can be fixed. And then Vince called him and said, hey, I want to hear your opinion on this. Terry said that you said it could be fixed. And I said it can be, but he got to apologize. Apologize. And he got to go to some of the black colleges, law schools, and he got to do a fucking tour for them and go and talk to them and tell them why he did what he did. And the worst of it, minimally, me being in the place was a bad decision. What I did with my buddy and his wife was a bad decision. Drinking and doing drugs was a bad decision. Everything about it was bad. And then what I said was bad. And I was just surrounded by bad and evil and no good. I'm sorry. Would have gotten fixed. And he would not do it. And now he's not here to defend himself about it no more, and he can't apologize now. But I've had people that are very close to him tell me how he wish he would have said it. I texted with his daughter recently. Hey, man, I appreciate it. Even with circumstances, you still always looked at my father different. If you ever need me, I'm here because I want to try to help repair his legacy. When they get ready to, they can't never apologize for him. No matter how much work they do, it's not going to fix it with black people, white people that sympathize with black people, and white people that are just decent human beings. It's not going to fix it now, but at least they will know when they go to that glory, that people won't look at them as like, hey, you was a part of the problem too, because they don't deserve that. I don't see how they would even be dragged into it in any place whatsoever. She didn't say anything.
No, not at all.
Well, and why is Mark Henry acting like he's King Black? Like, you know, it's like, if Hogan apologized to him, cool. I could see him like maybe doing a public apology, but who is Mark Henry to tell him what the fuck to do?
What wrestling company is he in right now?
None. He's part of Busted Open Radio giving retarded takes.
Right. He probably feels like he's just not worth very much right now, and because he's not. What is Mark Henry going to give you? Is he going to be valuable on creative? No. Is he going to be valuable as a promo? He can barely fucking talk, so no. Can he go in the ring? No. So what the fuck is he going to give you? Like, how valuable is he? Other than on a Legends deal.
He just comes across as a guy that's just pro-liberal, kind of psycho, not the best thoughts, not very intelligent, to be quite honest. Just not when you talk about respected industry veterans, not this fucking meathead. You don't include him. Sorry.
No.
But
no, go ahead.
Please go for it.
No. I just think for him, it's just he wants to get on like what he perceives to be popular right now, so he's jumping on that train. And what are the consequences? None.
No, he was even the guy who he makes it out in this interview that he fucking loves Hulk Hogan and that he respects him. When we've showed clips here on the news, in fact, one a month ago of him at that fucking gay nightclub over in the UK where they play wrestling themes, and he was the DJ, and he was like, I just want to say, after playing Hulk Hogan's theme song, fuck Hulk Hogan, for the pop.
For the pop, exactly. He knows the audience, he knows what he's doing, and that there's no consequences. If Mark Henry says fuck Hulk Hogan, who's going to put him in his place? Who's going to tell him, no, don't fucking do that? Nobody.
Nope. That's the type of guy he is now. Very pathetic, very gross. But so is Josh Alexander, who said, it was my dream to go and wrestle Kenny Omega and not do WrestleMania when I was young. So he said, Kenny Omega is number one on my bucket list, and he has been for the past decade. I've looked up to him for so long, and I have so much respect for him. He earned that top spot. That's what I'm vying for. I'll get to step in the ring with him on Dynamite, and hopefully that snowballs into something even more. Why is he talking about snowballs in a pro wrestling match? It's gross, bro. Leave that shit. There's enough gay shit in pro wrestling. We don't need to hear about you snowballing Kenny Omega. Fucking gross.
Put a lot of elbow grease into that?
I think he did.
But my God, what a stupid fucking mark. Like this is the epitome of a Scott D'Amore guy. He would rather have a dream match with Kenny Omega than get fucking paid.
Scott D'Amore marks, they are some of the stupidest out there, and we got to put Moose in that category, who said,
God, there's a huge difference between criticism and opinion. Everybody has an opinion, and on free theory, everyone are not qualified to criticize the pro.
Fuck you, Moose.
Moose, this doesn't help you. You're already not going to be brought back into WWE because of your skin color and your DV charges.
Right.
This does not help you.
And your age.
And your age, yeah.
So let me just read this last sentence and he didn't use any punctuation. So
no.
Everyone are not qualified to criticize a pro. Motherfucker, what do you think sports fans are? You played in the NFL. You know this firsthand.
Yep. No, they
I guess Eagles fans should shut the fuck up about their team?
I guess so. I guess, or he would probably look at like wrestling is respected, it's sacred, or some bullshit. He's definitely part of the Mark bubble, and it's sad. Seeing a guy with as much potential as him just throw it all away, you know. He's in great shape, I'll give him that.
Yeah, and there's something there with Moose. I mean, as a wrestler, as a top champion, not as an X Division wrestler, but you know, there's something there as a wrestler. But for Moose to say that, come on, dude, like you gotta, like I get you're sticking up for your company, but you gotta read the room. Like not the time to say shit like that. Like you're not going to make yourself look good, and you're not going to calm anything down. You're just going to fan the flames. If you were trying to fan the flames, congratulations, I think you did it, because you did. I did see a lot of fans getting pissed off at that, as they should be. Like, who the fuck are you to tell them what they're allowed to like or not like, or criticize or not criticize? They have the right to their opinion, as do you, as do I.
Well, somebody that loves fanning the flames is CM Punk, who recently had to put over this piece of shit talent known as Brody King on his Instagram. So he's putting over AEW talents with very controversial statements on their t-shirts in his Republican Donald Trump loving company. What the fuck, man?
I mean, seriously. I mean, Triple H just the other day was doing a promo at the we even covered it in the news. Did a fucking promo at the White House with Trump. Yet Punk has nothing to say about that. He'll post that shit because that's safe to do, but he won't say shit about his boss. He's a pussy.
CM Pussy. We know it. But, you know, this pussy has been hanging out with women quite a bit that aren't his wives, such as Bayley. It seems, honestly, to me, we've seen a lot of Punk and Bayley. I think that's his road wife. And I'm not saying anything sexual for those of you that want to infer that, you know, because a lot of you are fucking weird swingers that don't believe in sexual relationships, and you can have a road wife and a road husband. I feel like Bayley is his road wife.
It doesn't count.
That's what he would say.
What if she looks like James Gandolfini in a wig? Who cares?
Dad ass.
Dad ass.
So, Punk, I love this. He felt the need to boss around the stunt coordinator on the recent movie he was on. So he says the stunt coordinators for his new horror movie, Night Patrol, don't care about his experience taking bumps in WWE. So, go ahead.
When you do physical stuff on a movie set, there's going to be a stunt coordinator. There's stuntmen and everything like that. Me and Justin Long, you know, we're pretty excited to do this stuff. Then you've got the stunt coordinator stepping in. Everyone's like, well, we want to keep you guys safe. They don't want to hear, oh, I fall down for a living. They don't care. The fucking assholes. I'm a wrestling legend. Those fucking pricks. They're like, well, we're going to make sure that you do everything, that you don't get hurt so you can continue falling down for a living. Yeah.
I love it how patronizing they were with him. Like, yeah, you fall down for a living. We're actual stunt coordinators, you fucking bum.
You see him just getting mad like,
this is your career. Don't say anything. Don't fucking beat his ass.
Don't fuck it up. Don't fuck it up. Thank you, sir, for the honest feedback. Oh, if he said that to me in WDB, I'd kick his ass. Yeah.
Oh, you'd have him fucking buried.
Say it to me in an octagon. I'll break your face.
What would a stunt coordinator know anything about being tough? Oh, yeah. Well, Punk does. In fact, Punk was talking about Kevin Nash. And I don't know, but he seemed very, very relaxed for this interview.
I can say it had nothing to do with him, but it obviously the genesis of the story was him saying that I wrestled in a shirt, and I never wrestle in a shirt, so I didn't really understand what the criticism was. But thanks. You're right. I did that to make people I was in the ring with laugh, you know, because when I'm on a house show, to me, that's what it's about. It's about having fun. If the fans see us having fun, they're having fun. I like to keep it light. I like to make people laugh when I'm on the road and I'm away from my wife and people are away from their families. You know, that's our family when we're on the road, and I'm kind of like the jokey guy. I'm gonna have fun on a house show.
I'm the jokey guy. Ha ha ha! Laugh with me or I'll fuck you up.
Yeah, I'm the jokey guy and the druggy guy. Yeah.
He
fucking
sounded
pillhead.
He sounded either drunk, high, or on pills. Something, dude.
He sounded like he's fucked up on pain pills. Honestly, and it makes sense.
Yeah, I mean that schedule that they're doing is insane now, dude. And Punk's only getting older.
Painkillers don't count towards my straight edgeness. Yeah.
I guess they don't, you know, because they were prescribed by a doctor, so that makes them right, boomers? Right? You know, you get it prescribed by a doctor, so it must be good, huh? Yeah, that makes it all good. You give them the poison, yeah. You're fucking professional drug dealers. Anyways,
ban weed, but legalize my pain meds. Oh, fuck you. Fucking boomers, come on.
Damn it. Well, let's go ahead and talk about Penelope and Megan. They did a very interesting video that threw me off. Like, I look at this, I just saw this armless big boob chick and arms appear out of nowhere. And I'm like, what the heck? And then it gets replaced by another big boob chick and her arms disappear, but then they pop out of nowhere.
Well, you move the hair to the side. Come on.
That's some boob magic right there, I tell you.
It's some boob travesty because they were covered up.
I know. Megan decided to cover up the boobs with her luxurious locks, but, it's the way it is. At least we get to see plenty of her on AEW, when we do watch it, which is maybe like once every 2 months, so it's something. But
going forward.
Yeah. But it is time for the ratings rundown where we talk about the bad ratings. So let's go ahead and start off with Raw. What was it?
All right, so the last number that we have for Raw was for their Stranger Things episode, which did make it in the top 10, 3.2 million views. Okay, so that got them at the 10 spot. We know the number is going to go down. So I think around Wednesday when we do our show, we'll go ahead and get that to you guys. I think they will make the top 10, but just barely.
It was a bait and switch. I think that's why they got the views that they got, because people thought, hey, you know what, we're going to see a full-on Stranger Things collaboration. Instead, you saw what was like basically like him promising the biggest pizza party in the world and then just fucking going and driving to Little Caesars and then going to a public park. That's what it was like.
Don't mind the diarrhea.
Yeah, don't mind the fucking bums that are about to stab you. Just enjoy it. This is what we deal with, man. So that's it for Raw, right?
That's it for Raw. Let me go ahead and pull up SmackDown. Okay, SmackDown, 990,000 viewers.
Pure demo of 0.26. Really bad. And, I know a lot of fucking marks are going to be like, see, Cody could have saved the program. This is irreversible damage due to Cody. Not only that, but it's also due to the bad writing. And not only that, but look at what's featured in just these 4 slides. Drew, okay, that's cool. You want to feature him. Trick and Randy, that's great. Nobody gives a shit about Jordan Grace getting a shot against Jake Cargill. Very dumb. And nobody, I hate to say it, is going to burst a lot of people's bubbles. Nobody's looking at Jacob Fatu as the next big thing.
No, they're not. Well, because the way they're using him, like creatively, it's like you can't use Jacob Fatu that way and expect people to give a shit outside of the wrestling bubble. Like, no one's going to care.
They won't, because they took what was awesome. They took a great version of Jacob Fatu that was over in MLW, and they watered him the fuck down. So now you just, and especially with all these giants that you have in WWE, a guy that's like 6 foot or below, he's going to look tiny compared to a lot of these big guys, especially like Randy and Trick,
Oh, absolutely, and that's the thing. Is like there's no awareness of that. They just think, oh well, they're good in the ring, therefore whatever. Who cares? Send them out there. No. You got to have the awareness of that. But
it is what it is. So, do we have any NXT ratings?
We do.
Okay,
we got NXT, we got Dynamite, and I don't think we have the latest Collision because it just aired, but we do have last week's number. Okay. All right, so let's kick it off with NXT. NXT did 618,000 viewers. So people will say, oh, well, it's more than what Dynamite got. Yeah, true, but it's nothing to brag about. 618 is really fucking bad for NXT. Like, that's getting towards their base. That's not good for them.
Yeah, and people will jack off about NXT. Oh, they're still fucking kicking the shit out of Dynamite. Hey, WWE wins again. There's always this fucking tribalistic bullshit. Is it really a win when they're scraping by on 600K? This is something Dynamite was getting a couple months ago. Mm-hmm. And you guys weren't saying that back then. Now you're saying it now when it's 100,000 difference. Really?
Well, I mean, there's that for sure. But then I would also add in, Tony Khan is not really trying to be competitive. Not at all. He's just booking on shit that he wants to see.
He has no emphasis to. He has enough yes men backstage that love his vision and are fine with getting, cashing his paychecks because he pays really well. Everybody just for the most part just shuts the fuck up and goes along for the ride. That's how it is.
It's unfortunate, man, but because if they spoke up, I think Tony would feel pressure to change things. Because I think he does want to be liked.
Of course he does. He definitely wants to be liked, but at the same time, I think it got to the point where he doesn't want anybody running his show for him. He's just like, you know what? I pay so much fucking money for these shows, I should have full creative input. I think that's honestly how he looks at it.
And that's understandable. I mean, if you're going to be footing the bill that much, you should have the final say. But the problem with it is, Tony, is you got to look at the overall big picture. The overall big picture is, do you have more people in attendance or less people? Do you have more people watching or less people watching? Like, that's ultimately what matters, not the fucking, oh, we did fucking cage match ratings. Who cares?
And yeah, it doesn't matter at all, man. So do you want to do last week's or the current one for Dynamite?
No, we just did Dynamite. No, sorry. Yeah, no, we're going to do the recent Dynamite. Yeah. 516,000 viewers for the last Dynamite.
Well, look at who you got featured. I mean, just right there in the thumbnails, they tell the story of how bad this show was. Andrade fucking sucks. Nobody wants to see him. Damn it, Tony, listen. Nobody wants to see Bandito compete against MJF. Fucking nobody. Nobody. Fucking Willow, okay, that's cool. Whatever. That's fine. Not really a draw, but at least we like her. And then Swerve Strickland and Hangman Adam Page in a tag team match. Nobody gives a shit.
Well, correct my memory. Wasn't this Maximum Carnage?
I think no. This was last Wednesday. I think this was Maximum Carnage.
Yeah, Maximum Carnage was 526,000. This was 516.
Yeah, so an upgrade of 10,000 fans for a special edition of Dynamite. But yeah, it was nothing special. We tried sitting through it. It was garbage. It was a garbage fucking show, and it deserves that garbage rating.
Yeah, and this is what's going to happen when Tony Khan runs creative again. It's like this is why I can't really get hopeful with AEW. I just see AEW as like, if there's something there that entertains me, great, I'll watch it. If not, then I'll miss a few weeks. You know,
it's not a priority going forward. I think TNA and JCW are more of a priority going forward. I hate to say it.
They really are, honestly, because at least with TNA, you may be kind of like curious about who are they going to bring in? Are they going to bring in Mandy Rose? Are they going to bring in Richard Holiday? Are they going to continue to upgrade their production? Like at least Cross and Scarlett, that's another good one. Like, because at least like that they're trying to be better. That's the thing with TNA. Like, with all the criticism and all the negativity, the one positive thing I can say is I genuinely believe that they are trying to be better. They're trying to look better. They're trying to get more viewers. How do I know that? I base it off what happened last year.
Yeah, I mean, they are making grand steps since getting rid of Scott D'Amore to really better the company. We got to give them full credit for that. And I think that people are being way too fucking critical on them. Dude, you weren't like this for WWE when they debuted on Netflix. Why the fuck are you like this for TNA? They're an upstart company, practically. I know they've been around for a long ass time. In this version, this ownership, I look at them like an upstart. I know they had the tenure.
They are.
But come on, man. How many rebrands have they had?
Seriously, I mean, with TNA, and I understand like the skepticism of like, oh, LOL TNA, they're doing this again, they're rebooting. Give it a chance. I would say the difference between this is they have a lot more money behind them. They have a powerful partnership with them with WWE to help them out, help them get TV deals. They went up with their TV deal. That's never happened. We started with Spike, and then it went down to Destination America, and then shortly thereafter on to Pop, and then I think Pursuit was like right after that, and then down to Axis.
And Axis is the bottom of the bottom. And the only reason why they even existed in Axis is because Axis actually owned, it with their stake in their ownership of the company. They actually had to buy a stake in the company just to keep it alive. If it weren't for Axis, they probably would be nothing. And they kept them alive. I hate to say it.
I would honestly say with the size of AMC, just the size of the channel, it's not that far off from Spike, from what it was.
True, and I mean, it is a streaming format, in a new generation where you can actually just go right on the app, right off your Roku, and go ahead and watch it. So, I mean, that was a cool option, I guess, about it. But at the same time, it's something where I don't foresee myself getting an AMC membership for this shit. I don't see a lot of people getting an AMC membership for this shit. I'm sorry. No. A lot of people are just going to continue to do what they did to watch TNA beforehand. And I don't even need to say, but, if you know how to watch wrestling, you know how to watch wrestling.
There's multiple different ways to watch wrestling. There's multiple different websites to watch wrestling on.
True. Many methods.
Various many methods. But, like, I would just add, like, I would just add this on to TNA. Like, I genuinely think that they know what the problems are. The fact that you have Sonya Deville in a GM role to eventually replace Santino is what I believe. They're listening. They're well aware. They're well aware that the creative sucks, that there's a lot of heat on the creative, but they're just trying to defend them. I think changes, and they've shown they're going to make changes.
Well, check this out, man. Right during our TNA watch along that we did, what was one of the talents that we put over? And we were like, TNA needs to sign this young talent before he gets signed by anybody else. What was that name?
Richard Holiday.
What did we hear one day later? Just saying.
They're listening. Like, it may not seem like it, but they're aware. They know what's going on. They hear it. They see it. They do. I genuinely think that they're going to try to put on a better show. Because money is at stake. They like, this is like for the first time you have people that actually give a fuck about this company succeeding profit wise, and that's a good thing.
They're only on the upward. Let's really be honest about TNA. I don't believe they're in the downward. I believe, if anything, they're going to try to fix a lot of this shit that Scott D'Amore created. You got to admit, though, Scott D'Amore left them with an absolute fallout wasteland for them to fix. I mean, it's nothing easy. So
Scott D'Amore left them with one of the ugliest women's divisions I've ever seen. One of the worst, to add on to that, a men's division that was pretty much bereft of talent. A lot of them were leaving anyways, and they were whiny fucking crybabies like Josh Alexander, who really has added nothing to AEW. Scott D'Amore left him with a huge fucking, a horrible fucking production, a horrible fucking stage design, an incompetent camera crew, and which are still fucking there. They need to be fired. Incompetent writing staffs. Like, the damage that Scott D'Amore has done is still there, but it's being cleaned up. But it's you know what TNA is? Scott D'Amore turned TNA into a hoarder house.
Well, if you ever want to know how retarded these fans are, they always think exactly opposite of us. And they have been saying online for the longest time, we really hope MLP becomes something big. They've been saying this. We really miss Scott D'Amore in TNA.
God.
I'm glad you do, because we don't, and we're so fucking glad he's gone. And we guarantee you that this Maple Leaf Pro will not be shit without leaning on AEW. Literally, I think the only reason why they're working together is maybe so Tony can poach a couple talents off of them. That's it.
Yeah, let's look at Maple Leaf Pro's growth. What's their growth been like? Are they in bigger venues? No, they're literally in fucking breweries with like 15 people in attendance. I'm not kidding. You can go watch their latest episodes. It's fucking insane how small their shows are for all the hype and all the hoopla around Maple Leaf Pro Wrestling. It's garbage.
It's just another fucking indie show. You know what to expect with Scott D'Amore if you watch TNA during the reign, or Impact during the reign that he was there. You know what damage he did.
Guess who the women's champion is in Maple Leaf Pro? Guess.
Giselle Shaw.
How did you know?
I just know Scott. I know that he hooks up people that, give him special pleasures. So, there it is.
He's such a fucking douche. I hate Scott. Like, there's a reason why fans that are smart hate Scott D'Amore, because he turned something that I used to love, something great, into a fucking woke indie fed. That's what Impact was, like, right towards the end. It was a fucking wokeified indie fed. And then Carlos Silva comes in, for good or for bad, and changes TNA around. And now we got a knockouts division of more and more hot chicks. You add Cora Jade in there now, and a lot of them are good too. The men that they're bringing in actually have talent and charisma. The production's looking better. Like, they're moving in the right direction. But we got to know what Scott D'Amore did to TNA.
Oh, too much damage. We covered a little bit of it. I would just hope that all those Scott D'Amore sympathizers really, really just take a step out of your Mark shell and viewing 5-star Mark matches and really think about what he did for the business. Don't think about, oh, we got Speedball Mike Bailey. Oh, we got Jordan Grace. Oh, we got Josh Alexander. Oh, we got Ethan Page in the North. Don't think about shit like that. I want you to think about business-wise. What did he do for TNA, for Impact for that matter, to get it in more households, to become more of a popular program? Because they never had this deal going on with Triple H back when D'Amore was in charge. It only happened when Silva stepped in.
Because I think even Triple H knows how fucking useless and just worthless Scott D'Amore is as a business person to work with. At least with Carlos Silva, he's a business guy. He's a corporate guy.
Yeah, he's a lot like a jobber version of Nick Khan. He knows what he's doing, and he's trying to help out his company, and, good for him on doing that. But I believe we have one more rating. We got Collision, right?
Collision did 271,000 viewers.
Last Saturday, 0.03. Damn.
Damn. Look at that fucking small, tiny-ass venue. Like, for all the people, and I watched that show, by the way. So, for all the people who want to say that, TNA's venue looked like shit, it looked better than this.
So I'm guessing that they did Ring of Honor tapings right afterwards because that looks like the same crowd.
Honestly, it does. Like, it really does. Like, and this is the thing, like, with AEW, I want to give them a chance because they got talents on that roster that I'm a fan of. But with Tony Khan doing what he wants, I'm not going to get what I want. So, at least with TNA, there's something to look forward to. JCW, there's something to look forward to. There's positive there. And that's the thing. Like, that's a point that I was wanting to make, with you, and you were helping me out, and we were making a lot of good points last night on the Genesis review. We were pointing out, like, all the good in wrestling in 2026. Like, as negative as we are, there's things to look forward to. TNA is moving onward and upward. They're signing more and more good talents. They're improving their production. JCW is a thing, and they're kicking ass, and they're telling great stories. Like, there's positives to look forward to.
We want to put over pro wrestling. We do not want to shit on it. Even though there's a market out there for shitting on pro wrestling, I figure, like, what good does that do? What good does that do? If anything, let's try to help these people out who are hurting. They need ideas. They need creative minds badly in pro wrestling. If we can help them out, so be it. I don't give a fuck about either of us giving out a freebie that will help them out, man. That's what it's all about. All I can hope, though, is that they take our advice and actually realize that it's there to help and not there to harm. But they don't. They get so sensitive nowadays because of who they brought in.
And a lot of them, the people that were brought in are like leftovers from, the D'Amore regime or from like another regime of mark wrestlers. Like with TNA specifically, they need to fire anyone who's a former wrestler and replace them with professional television writers who will write episodic TV shows, not these televised house shows. They got to. That's the format that they need to change to.
Too many marks. Too many marks in the kitchen. So
yeah,
it's unfortunate. So it is time.
Hey, NC, can I just take a break real quick?
Yeah, absolutely. Go ahead and take a break.
Cool.
I'll see you here in a little bit. So we'll go ahead and get some super chats in the meantime. We got Dustin the Grim who said, with Punk as the showcase star of 2K26, all I can say is thank you, God, for emulation for older games and the modding community for keeping games like No Mercy alive and well. And that's what I say too, Dustin, is for anybody who feels like they have to shell out $150 on the brand new 2K25, 2K26, whatever it's going to be, it's not going to be that much different from the previous game that you played the other year because look at that. They only had 9 months of production time before they rushed it back out. You already know in modern game standards that if they rush a game that fast, it's bound to be shit. And what do they usually do? Every single 2K game that comes out, just take out a feature and then bring it back a couple games later to make the fans want it. Oh, it's got SmackDown versus Raw type play. It's got a draft mode. Who gives a shit? Who wants to fucking draft with this roster? If I want to draft, I'm going to go draft in fucking SmackDown versus Raw 2006, where it's actually a decent roster. That's the problem. And they don't realize is that, especially these younger fans, go out and emulate. The best day of wrestling video games passed you by. Whether it be PS2, N64, check out these systems. Check out No Mercy, SmackDown Here Comes the Pain, SmackDown versus Raw. These are the gold standards. Even the WCW games on N64 were awesome. There's a great amount of games out there that you're just missing out on. I feel bad for any of those simulation fans. You're not going to get that with the old school games. You're going to get good, fun arcade gameplay, which is how it was meant to play. So, hopefully they learned their lesson, but 2K is kind of fucking stupid and sucks, so they probably won't, just saying. I fully expect for Punk 2K26 to suck. It's going to be garbage. There's no question about that.
I mean, more than likely, it's going to suck with CM Punk. It just sounds like it's just all up CM Punk's ass. It's all for Punk.
Yeah, it's the Punk dick sucker game, if there ever was one.
That's what they should call it. WWE 2K CM Punk dick sucker game.
So, yeah,
on the back.
That'd be great. But what was it? Zach is not home to say, can't wait to play whoever this guy is in 2K26. That's what I'm saying. Like, what is the point of filling up a game with a roster of 400 people when people are going to play like maybe 20 out of that 400? What a waste of fucking disk space, of RAM space for all those fucking nobodies that nobody's going to play. Think about this. You could have had 200 to 300 creative wrestler spots instead of making me fucking play as Psycho Clown.
Seriously, it's such a waste. It's like, why even bother? I think, you know what fans really want? They want a legacy mode where it's like, you can play as like wrestlers from the past. Add that in there.
Yeah, and it sucks too, because like the games that really did that best were like, 2K19, for example, had a really good Road to WrestleMania game tour in it. And you don't get that anymore. 2K doesn't try anymore. They actually gave up at 2K20. That was the death knell. So it is what it is. King Marcus said there's going to be like 2-night live events happening every day, never mind once a month. If they could, they book shows to be aired in your dreams. Don't give him ideas, King Marcus. You know Triple H already has a notepad when he listens to our shows.
That's a really good idea. Beam matches into dreams. Fill it with bullshit ads. It's fucking brilliant.
It's like they're watching Raw, but they have no choice whether they want to watch it or not.
I'm the Freddy Krueger of professional wrestling.
Dude, that's a horror movie when you really think about it. A shitty wrestling promoter dreams his shitty matches into your dreams.
It's like even when you sleep, you can't get away from shitty wrestling. It's like, Raw's going to be on. Okay, let me just sleep.
Hit the dream beam.
No! Shitty wrestling! No! Oh, Rhea Ripley versus Lyra Valkyria match! Oh, no! CM Punk cutting another lame-ass promo where he sucks the crowd's dick. No! Well, and it just repeats until the 8-hour mark is over. That'd be so bad.
And then he beams into their head.
I hope you learned your lesson. Watch Raw now.
Must watch Raw now. And then they tune into the program and they're like, wow, even I can't sit and watch this shit and I'm programmed to watch it.
Yeah, they get desperate viewership. Like Netflix is threatening to kick them off. Like,
damn it, Nick, we need something.
Well, I have a grand idea. I've been talking to Triple H about infiltrating the Mark's dreams.
I think that'd be brilliant. I think that would be just like if you're going to do an indie movie, like an indie horror movie, do that.
I love that idea. So Real Ray was saying, remember in AEW when Cody was super left-wing? Oh, no, when Cody was super left-wing, and this is right after he got done, with that High Roll Husky account where he was always putting over Trump and shit. Nah, he realized the locker room he was in, so he played like he was super left-wing and acted like a super fucking mark, said, fuck the fans, fuck a casual. Yep. Gone on record as saying fuck a casual, and now he wants the casuals to love him, so, it makes sense.
He's just such a fake bitch.
Yeah. The king of fake bitch, like right up there with CM Punk. Not as big of a bitch as him, but right up there, no question.
Yeah, because it's hard to be as phony as CM Punk, but, Cody Rhodes is giving him a run for his money. What can we tell you?
Just saying. So, King Marcus says, makes me wonder why so many current wrestlers are so ingrained with injuring themselves with work rate philosophy nonsense. They're socially engineered by higher authority scumbags. Well, just like that chick was telling you in the tryouts, I don't think it's any different at the PC, honestly. I think they maybe do beat them up a little harder, to kind of break them in, see if they're tough. But I think at the PC, I don't think it's any different. I think they train them to do strong style. I think they want them to beat the shit out of each other.
Which I understand, like you want them to be toughened up to it. I get it, conditioned. But at the same time, it's like, you got to be aware of concussions. Like, that's something you don't want to fight. Like, you don't want a concussion lawsuit.
No, not at all. So especially since Nowinski has done such a great job of raising awareness of it. So, for sure, man. MM Garza was saying, me seeing Jordan Grace in a bathing suit. Ugh, brother. Ugh, what's that? What's that, brother? Who knows? I think it was made in a lab, honestly. I'm not even thinking Jordan Grace is a woman anymore. I'm thinking she's some sort of like LGBTQ fucking DEI super soldier created in a lab by a bunch of fat lesbians. I don't know.
It's like if Kenny Omega jizzed in a tank and they mix it with like pig beast DNA and the baby turned out to be Jordan Grace.
What a lucky baby.
Yeah, like the fucking half duck, half baby thing from South Park.
Kill me. Kill me.
Kill me.
Hey, in all fairness, I gotta say Becky Lynch's daughter turned out quite well, In all fairness.
Yeah, cute kid. That's
kid.
an adorable kid there. But
let's hope she doesn't get the curse. We hope that she's the I hope all of the faults of Seth and Becky skip her generation and she becomes a star.
Yeah, because it would be that curse can't continue on to another. Like it has to end with Becky. You know, hopefully in old age for her, but it's gotta, like, it can't be passed down to the daughter.
No, not at all. So, Bad Sport said, VKM is a unique and fascinating specimen for studying lips. Especially when you've seen him do very provocative scenes with the divas, even with his own daughter staring at his cleavage, staring at her cleavage in the wedding dress. You know, it just he's a horny man, dude. I think it's all the test, honestly.
Yeah, I think that makes sense. Like with all the tests he's taken, yeah, that's true. It's like one of the things that happens for a lot of men that take TRT is they want to fuck.
Oh, and roids too. Like
roids.
I had a buddy that was really into roids, and he's like, dude, when I'm not fucking my girlfriend, I'm jacking off. I'm like, good for you, man.
Good for you.
Batman said, Triple H finds Stephanie in a pool with black talent. Oh, this is an impression, okay? Please, guys, just please put IMP in front. That's all you gotta do. And we'll know it's an impression. We don't read it out when we're doing this. So, keep Western wrestling Western. Amen, King Marcus.
Yes.
This should be on a t-shirt, man. It pisses me off so much that they're trying to make it down south. They're trying to make it Eastern. No, keep it Western. Westerns are the best stories anyways, man. Come on, keep it West.
Yeah, keep it Western. Come on. Like, we don't need to be luchified. We don't need fucking that, you know, Japanese strong style bullshit. We just need good storytelling, good storylines. That's all we need.
Straight up, man. So Alejandro said, bloodiest match you guys have ever seen.
Ooh, good question.
Oh man, I'm gonna probably go Necro Butcher. He competed in Combat Zone Wrestling's Tournament of Death, and
ooh, yeah.
Not only was he a full-on Crimson Mask when the match was done, but he got his arm cut open with a shard of glass, and the ref had to help him hold up the chunk of his flesh of his arm as he made his way to the back. That's tied up right up there when the time that Nick Gage got cut open in a Tournament of Death underneath his armpit and almost bled to death. He actually, I think, died in the helicopter right over, and then they were able to resuscitate him.
Damn.
Yeah, so a lot of fucking bloody matches over in Combat Zone, just saying.
I didn't know he almost died. Shit. Wow.
Yeah, no, because it was a big artery underneath his armpit. That's if you get cut there, that's fucked, man. You're fucked. And they were able to bring him back, man. He's lucky. So, Alejandro said, Mark Henry must be hanging around with CM Punk too much with how much whining he's been doing lately. I used to respect him years ago. We all did. This is the frustrating thing about talking shit about Mark Henry is he was very convincing in that retirement with John Cena. That made a lot of people fans, and a lot of people thought, you know what, this guy can act. He's a good main eventer. Good to see him get his time at the top. I thought he did a fantastic job. But ever since that scene with John Cena, he has gone completely downhill. He's become a kiss-ass Mark. He has nothing valuable to say in the industry. He's just an annoying SJW liberal. There's too many of them now.
He's just trying too hard to fit in. It's like, Mark, you got to just, honestly, if you want to stand out, you really want to get people caring about you, be yourself. Be just fucking candidly real about wrestling, because you know he's holding back.
Well, because he knows he works at Busted Open, which work closely with WWE. You see their guys, even on TNA and NXT broadcasts all the time. So, these companies, they get off on having partnerships with these top podcasts. Busted Open, yeah, they get their props off of it. I mean, shit, look at JD being best buddies with fucking Road Dogg. They're all trying to nose up to be nice to these guys, so they speak positively about WWE and don't run them in the dirt. We see what's up.
Of course, and like the whole thing with like Road Dogg and JD is like Road Dogg did that for a reason because he wants JD to be on their side. But notice how pro WWE JD is.
Absolutely, he's got incentive for it. That's why it is. You know, they pick a side and they stick to it. So kind of like Dave Meltzer. You know, he picks a side and he sticks to it. So. Alejandro said that 3.2 million is only because of Jericho. That's a very good point, Alejandro. I forgot to bring up, and I appreciate you, bringing that up. Is that a lot of people thought Chris Jericho was going to debut, and a lot of these people, they're casuals, dude. They don't want to go through the extra effort of going on AEW's roster page and seeing that he's not there. They're going to believe the dirt sheet rumors that they see on X. Because a lot of these fuckers, they want the clicks. So they'll put out a fake fucking rumor just to get the clicks. Here's one thing you need to understand about a lot of these dirt sheet accounts. Not only will they tell you fucking blatant lies just to get you to click, what they do is they resurface clips from like even like a couple months ago to a couple years ago just to get engagement. There's nothing original. There's nothing true. It's just click on this, please.
Well, and I'm not going to mention the Dirt Sheet Mark outlet that did that, but no, they do that, and that's what pisses me off is they'll take like old fucking news articles and they'll just repurpose it, they'll just reuse it to keep their site active.
Yeah, it's weak, it's lame, it's pathetic. This is what we deal with. Alejandro said, Jade Cargill still has not defended her title, but she's on some podcasts with two irrelevant actors. I have no hope for Trick and Obafemi. As you shouldn't. Well, and I think the reason why, I'm going to be honest about Jade Cargill, I think the reason why she hasn't defended her title is because I think she's nursing an injury. And look at Stephanie Vaquer. Triple H doesn't want to take the title off of her. He feels almost like it's cursed with how many women's world title tournaments he's had to do with these just bitches dropping out left and right. So I'm thinking he's just like, you know what, let her keep the title. We'll only have her defend when absolutely fucking necessary when she's cleared. Just have her treat it like an accessory. That's pretty much what it is to Jade Cargill. That's pretty much what it is anyways. This is an accessory.
Yeah, it's an accessory, and it's maybe they should work a safer style, Triple H. Just maybe. Maybe there's a reason why they're getting banged up so much.
It's right there. I mean, the fact that Breaking Bones news has been consistent every single week should tell you that all around, not just WWE, AEW, TNA, everybody needs to slow the fuck down and get over with charisma. You really need to fucking learn how to wrestle and stop beating yourselves up.
Seriously, it's because what's it getting you? Is it getting you over? No, it's just getting you injured.
Look at guys like Seth Rollins. Look how young he is, and he says he can't even pick up his kid. He's in his 30s. Come on, man.
And I said, what is it, 38, 39, something like that?
Something like that, yeah.
Close to 40. Yeah, it's only going to get worse, Seth. Your body's only going to break down. Your body's only going to, recover slower. This is why they got to work safe. This is what, people wonder, why I specifically get so fucking animated about Ilya Dragunov. Because this motherfucker he just came back from a fucking serious leg injury, if I'm not mistaken.
He doesn't care. I mean, he's got an awesome new tattoo and he put on 10 pounds of muscle. Yay.
Yeah, and you're going to be out with injury again because, he doesn't fucking know. He doesn't work safe. He's just going to get injured again.
Well, I think that's why Sammy busted him open. He's probably tired of his fucking unprofessional bullshit, and so he gave him a potato.
Good. And he's going to get more of that. And that was Sami Zayn doing that. What's going to happen with, if it's Drew McIntyre or Brock Lesnar or, Sheamus?
Dude, Brock, I feel bad if he pulls that strong style shit on Brock. Please pull that shit on Brock, dude. He will tell you to settle down real quick with a sharp knee to the face.
And he did that to Braun Strowman. Mm-hmm. Brock Lesnar checked Braun Strowman, a legit bodybuilder, a legit powerlifter.
Can you imagine Ilya Dragunov trying to no-sell a throwing German suplex from Brock Lesnar right on his neck? Because John Cena was asked, what are the hardest hitting moves you've ever received? Both of them are Brock Lesnar. Out of the top three, the F5 and the throwing German are the worst that he's ever received.
Because he got it being done by Brock Lesnar. It's this guy literally we've seen the video of Brock carrying a dead deer with one hand back to his base camp. That's this guy is freakishly strong.
Yeah, he's definitely got it to do whatever he wants to Isla, so I would really hope he's not that fucking stupid to do it. But knowing him, he's a dumb mark, and knowing Triple H will probably encourage him to go strong style on him. So
he doesn't know how to work any other way, and there's been no pressure for him to work safer. I doubt it. I doubt there is. I bet people told him backstage, veterans, hey, you got to work safer, and he didn't do it because because he doesn't know any other way, and two, he doesn't like it. He doesn't like being safe.
Nah, he likes going 150 with no breaks. It's stupid. So,
nope.
Alejandro said, you guys are giving TNA too much credit. To me, they're no better than AEW. They still have plenty of boring jobbers. I need to see consistency first. And I want to say, Alejandro, I appreciate your criticism here, man. This is how a lot of people feel about JCW as well. They feel that JCW has a bum-ass roster. They'll give Vince Russo all the credit in the world as actually giving stories to this company. But a lot of what they say is what we echo. They got a bum-ass roster, and I will say TNA, they have a bum-ass roster as well. But what we give them credit for is trying to make the right moves off the bat. They're not getting stubborn and stuck in their ways like AEW and WWE are. That's why
Right.
we're giving them credit.
So no, for sure. That's why we're giving them credit. Like I'm looking at specifically with my brother, and he is too. Like we're looking at like what has TNA done specifically? Like what advancements have they made? So they're selling out more of their shows. They're in larger venues. They're on a bigger TV network. They're bringing in stars like Cora Jade and Sonya Deville. Like we're talking about like things that they've done, right? So I'm only judging them by what they've done. Do they have a lot of a long ways to go with creative? Absolutely. The production needs improvement. There's a lot of improvements that need to be made. But the thing about it is that they're willing to make those changes. That from what I'm seeing. So like I'm seeing a lot of positive with TNA. But I see where you're coming from. Like with TNA, they got a lot to do. They got to clear out the jobbers. I think they will. I'll point out like the women's division. Like it used to be like hideously fucking ugly, and now you're getting some fucking hotties in there. So like there's improvements there. There's improvements that are being made. I just think we got to give it time. Me personally, I just think you got to give it time. Whereas with AEW, it's being run for the pleasure of Tony Khan. So that's where I think the difference is. Like one company is actually trying to improve, the other one is just run by a mark with a lot of money. So yeah, that's what I think is going on. But I hear your point. Like I think you make a good point. They got to get rid of the jobbers. So
look at who TNA had in their women's division: Jordan Grace, Danny Luna, Masha Slamovich.
Ugh.
Just that alone is a fucking... Oh, and then Giselle Shaw, too. I can't forget about her.
Giselle Shaw, that's another one.
Look at that fucking nightmare. And that was the peak. That was the peak of their division, too.
That was the peak of their division. And now look who they got. They got Ash by Elegance, who I think looks pretty good. You got M by Elegance, who I think is attractive. You got Heather by Elegance, who I think she's a cute chick. You're bringing in, you got Mars Sade, who looks good. You're bringing in the fucking Mila Moore chick, who I think looks good. They're bringing in Cora Jade, that's an improvement. It looks like they're about to fire Santino and replace him with Sonya Deville, so that's an improvement. So now you'll have a GM you can take seriously. I just think they're overall making positive moves in the right direction. They just got to go. They got a long ways to go, though. So I totally agree.
Yeah, man, it's all a work in progress. I'm just saying that with TNA, they actually listen to the fan base, unlike AEW and WWE. So
they're trying to improve.
Yeah. Alondra was saying, Road to WrestleMania storylines had better creativity than anything we have now on TV. MVP had his own country. It was a lot of fun. And that's what I'm saying is like they used to go just all out with the storylines and really give you something to just like really expand your imagination. Who would have thought that MVP would have his own country? That's some crazy shit right there, But that's what I would love is like, especially like you have a Road to WrestleMania mode for John Cena, but you not only have to deal with everything you got to deal with in pro wrestling, but he's trying to break into Hollywood. So you got to deal with Hollywood politics on the side too.
I like that. Honestly, I like that. Like, I would like to have like a feature in that game where it takes you outside of the wrestling bubble, like into their real lives. Like, add their real life shit that they're going through into the game.
Yeah, like you have a Road to WrestleMania on Stephanie Vaquer, and you just show her going to a bunch of satanic seances and getting a stupid tattoo on her back. There you go.
There you go. Yeah, you have the little doggy mode. It's taking what's going on there. The
little doggy mode would be locked under a fucking adults only plus. And you would have to enter in age verification and a face scan to unlock it. But hey, it's there.
Honestly, I think it'd be worth it.
And nowadays you can fake that shit too. People are actually using 2K to fake digital face scans over in the UK. Yeah. I'm not even joking.
Yeah.
So, just saying. There's so much more creativity. We don't get that now because nobody can write now. They're all fucking retarded. Alejandro said, one of my favorite mid-card feuds of all time was MVP Matt Hardy. What's crazy is that would main event WrestleMania in today's era. I thought, version 1, version 2, whatever Matt Hardy did, he tried. I mean, it was nothing compared to Broken Matt Hardy. That still is his best character of all time and gave us a universe to talk about. Why he won't bring it back, I don't fucking know. But